all these weird. I don't know. It's a fun little place, though.
Camera 2.
Are we audio live?
I think so.
Yay.
Oh yeah.
Oops.
Audio
The
live.
Lions is listening.
Oh, real quick, you guys are gonna want to get a couple celebrities
Okay.
to add to the Deadpool.
Oh yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then we'll probably do 3-minute dick pics tonight, which I'll explain
Okay.
what that is.
We have to sign a release or something? Yeah, I smell a release coming here soon.
Well, the last time that they did this with me, for some reason, we talked about dicks for
Oh
like,
yeah,
for hours, minutes.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
So everybody
Fantastic.
was-
Okay.
We
Yeah.
had
All right.
Alden Hogue and
Kevin
Weston on.
Oh, yeah, okay. Like, I know Kevin's one of those guys, I know him, and he knows we say hi to each other, but I don't know if I've ever had a chance to sit and talk with him. So.
It was a weird show.
Yeah.
Like, we learned
Right
a
on.
lot about Alden that night.
Yeah, see, in Alden,
he's
I
a
don't think I
local
know
hero.
at all. Is he really?
He's
Yeah.
like a Windsor hero.
No kidding.
Yeah, we pulled up news stories about him, all sorts of
They
shit.
compared him to Trump.
Whoa.
Yeah, in the news stories.
Like,
Yeah.
favorably? Or
yeah,
I don't know if
because
you can, I don't know if
back
it's...
in the
He was like
early
9.
2010s. Yeah.
Yeah, it was before
Oh, okay,
Trump was,
so,
yeah.
so it was before
Well,
yeah, all right, I get it. Wow, that's...
So it was interesting. We also found out he has no reference to pop culture whatsoever.
Zero.
no kidding.
Yeah,
Zero.
yeah,
That's,
it's
how do you...
aggressively
like,
bad?
Just blank.
I thought I was out of touch, and I mean I am, but I mean I have some references.
Really out of touch.
Huh.
And he's young.
Yeah.
He's like 23 maybe.
Damn.
You could probably do an entire show, like just a profile show.
Yeah, on Alden, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then of course Kevin and him talked about circumcision and all that.
All right.
That's right, because they were the
Celebrity
uncut
dicks.
bros.
They were the uncut bros.
Yeah. I'm saying it's not my strong suit.
Right. Did you guys see those fucking anti-circumcision guys walking around Harmony the other day?
No.
That
No,
was the
why do I miss
craziest.
all
At
the
the
good
McDonald's.
ones?
Yeah, at the McDonald's where the
why
sign
always
is.
is?
Yeah.
Like these people care about what's happening
Oh,
to them. They're in
patties on
McDonald's.
the
for
ass.
Here's
God's
the thing though,
What?
there were women standing with them, and I didn't get that. Like,
Yeah, I'm a little confused there.
Are you said you lost your foreskin? What the
Right.
fuck?
Hold
No,
on.
it's probably their girlfriends and they have to be there.
Yeah,
Here's,
yeah.
right? But here's the
And they
other
all
thing
have
about that, because like one of the things against circumcision is
Yeah.
that you lose like 40% of the feeling. Yeah, that's just what you want, is him coming even faster. Like,
Right,
why are you
right,
standing next
right.
to him on this fucking bandwagon? What are you doing?
The best part was everybody covered their crotch in a red cloth to make it look like there was a blood pool coming
Yeah.
out of their
Yeah.
face. That was
That's
the funniest
artsy.
thing ever. I just wanted
That's
to throw
impressive.
tampons at
Yeah,
them.
right? You're just like, is that, yeah, wow. It's like, wow, these sign spinners are getting aggressive. Coax is on one. Holy shit.
I'll pull up a picture in a minute.
Jesus.
We good. We'll go
God,
check
I
out
love
your
this
fucking-
town for that
Yeah,
reason, man.
exactly.
See,
So
any of
crazy.
that shit. Any of that. I know people who personally
Oh,
went
are
out
we-
and
We are
protested the...
going in
Oh, wait, we're shutting up.
now.
Now,
Hell yeah.
ah,
Hey,
welcome to the Not Governed by Reason podcast, folks. It is season 11, episode 5, and tonight we are clapping them cheeks. It'll be a fun episode. We've got some great guests. I am your host, Doug Ware, and then we have this other co-host,
I'm Josh.
Yashwea
Yeah, Yashwea.
Coleman,
That wasn't sensual enough.
rocking his
My wrestling
Jericho.
gear, yeah.
oh, is it the... Oh, look out.
We have the same birthday, man.
You and Chris Jericho?
Yeah.
I figured you would have
That's
had.
amazing.
You're gonna have the same death day as Chris Benoit.
Yay!
I'm pretty sure.
Same cost?
Same cause. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna
I think
hang yourself from a weight machine.
Sorry, Sienna.
I think I got high-fived by Dolph Ziegler out of the Budweiser Event Center one time.
Nice.
I took my son out there for a show, and we got seats right near the floor, and he came out in the crowd doing his thing, and he pointed, my son gave him a high five, he started to walk away, he turned back, and he kind of pointed at me, and I pointed at him, and he walked back over, I was like, yeah! I looked at my son, who the hell was that?
Your son knew exactly.
Oh yeah, I knew
who it was.
exactly who it was, yeah.
Was he sweaty?
No, it was before the match. He was
Nice.
he was busy running around
Even
before the
better.
match. So yeah, it wasn't
You got a
wasn't
clean
bad.
high five.
Yeah, I did. I did.
A baby oil.
Yeah, I
high
did not
five.
get misted.
Look at how bad the green screen is reacting right now.
It doesn't like the Area
It does
51.
not
Probably
like
me.
the Area
I'm-
51.
I love how stoned I look on that fucking
I'm
live
super pale, and I don't
Well,
react well to
I can-
green screens.
I'm gonna
I
draw
fade
something up
away.
real quick on
I'm
paper.
now probably off camera.
For what?
I gotta
You know, for
the background.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or just, yeah.
No using green. Those voices and
Whatever you
faces
do.
you are seeing are two great Colorado comics. Here we've got Eric Thompson and Bob Gaudet. in my
Hey,
hands.
that's us.
Thank you.
Hello.
Freshly recovered from Yolkchella.
Oh man,
Yep.
that show is so much fun.
So many fucking eggs.
It's actually the third time I was on that show.
Nice.
Yeah, and it gets more fun every year.
Nice.
It's super fun. Yeah.
I explained to David that I have a ton of admiration for anybody who can wrangle 60 plus comics to do 3 shows, 90 seconds apiece.
Right? Like I did toadies for what felt like forever, and I couldn't get half of these animals to stick to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes, man! I couldn't get these fools to stick to their time. I don't know how he does it.
Oh, it's wrangling cats. It's like wrangling.
And I only had to
autistic
deal with
cats.
20 of them in a night. He had 60 of us trying to make sure everybody was where they were. I don't know, but there's something about David that makes people kind of wanna.
Yeah, he's kind of
fall in line.
popular.
Not fall in line is a bad term, I guess,
Yeah.
He'd be a good cult leader.
but you want to be a part. You know that show is going to be successful, and you don't want to be the guy that's the hiccup in the show.
Right.
The person who's the hiccup in the show. You don't want that. You
Right.
just don't. So we sort of all. It's a rare example of positive mob mentality. Everybody
Yes.
goes, "Hey, we're going to do this right." Everybody goes, "Yeah, we are."
Right.
We all line up.
The late show crowd was definitely rowdy.
Were they?
Rowdy.
Yeah?
So when we cleaned up. It was nastier than some concerts.
Oh, dude, I can only imagine.
And I mean, that floor was covered in all sorts of
I
fun
can only
substances.
imagine. Yeah.
You were there. You helped clean up. It was
Yes, I
sticky
was.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
Still missing
sorry
the show.
that I wasn't there
Yeah.
for that. I am sorry that I couldn't stay and see the show and help clean up. But it was a good reason I had to go pick up my son. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to see the end of the first show, and I was, again, these are the types of shows that even comics sort of hang out and watch.
Yeah.
So many times we drift away and go get in circles or talk to people or do whatever. But these are the shows you watch, man, because watching somebody do 90 seconds and keep it tight is just amazing.
Yeah.
It's so much fun to watch.
It was a fun challenge.
Yeah.
Because I started comedy right before last year's Joke Chill. And I went and saw that and was so enthralled with it, you know? And so it was really an honor to be on this one.
Yeah.
And the tight 90 was I was
terrifying,
10 seconds
isn't it?
under. I was so bummed I was 10 seconds under.
I got 129. I lost
Yeah, you
overall
were
to Erdman.
Right,
I
yeah.
lost. Erdman nailed it, and that was.
Erdman would be the one to fucking get it
yeah.
tight.
I could see that. Like I could see
He did
that.
a good set too.
I saw it from the back, and I can't lie. My buddy Roberto C. walked in when Doug was on stage, and I haven't seen Roberto in a minute. He's come down to comedy with us, and I never get to see him anymore, so I got a bit distracted. But yeah, it was beautiful. I looked at the site. I saw my time first, and I was like, "Oh baby, oh yeah." And then I saw Erdman's time. I was like, "You bastard."
And then he went on tour. He left.
Yeah, he's gone,
that
right?
night,
I just
to
see ya.
go on
Yeah.
tour. Yeah.
Where is he at? Like where? And who did he go with?
China.
I have
again.
no
Yeah,
idea
right.
who he went with, but I know he
Are we
started
sure
in
it's a
Iowa.
tour, or was it just him leaving? I mean, like, is that, I don't know where
It
he
became a
went.
voluntary
It was a
sex live.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is it Bridget Callahan? I think he was working. She
might
said
be
something
on
about
this
being out in
one.
Iowa.
Yep, Iowa.
So if he went out that way, she might. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
I could see that actually. I think it
Yeah.
was Bridget Callahan. with
Okay,
him, yeah.
because I thought I saw something in the performers where they were trying to be on a certain
Yeah.
show so that they could get out of town faster.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Bridget,
It's all down
Brittany
the street.
Boyd,
Thank
and
God.
Justin Going are getting ready to go on tour.
Nice.
to Nebraska.
Going should
Yeah.
be touring, man. That dude is a beast.
I love the title of their tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
The Not For Everyone tour, because Nebraska just changed their slogan to It's Not For Everyone.
Yeah, that's eerily
accurate.
accurate, isn't it?
Yeah, true. I tried to convince them to go with 2 girls, 1 cuck. They weren't about it.
They would have been intercepted at the border with
Yeah.
a title like that.
Right.
Dude, the posters alone would have gotten them in trouble.
I'm surprised the posters aren't now. It's like Children of the Corn.
Right.
Yeah,
It's like a metal poster. It's great.
yeah it's a pretty. I'm gonna pull that.
Oh man, that was like the album cover that Ayla's made for the resting murder face.
Yeah.
It's just, that was beautiful, man.
Oh, A-list. Did you get your album cover?
I did get
From
my
the
album cover.
memorial.
I did, yes, and I also got. I don't know if you saw it. I got the 3 Simon and Garfunkel albums.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah. So, and I didn't know when I bid on them. I did not know what. I didn't know the story of them. I didn't know that. Oh, why can't I think of her name? Megan. Megan selected the albums that A-List had picked out when she moved in. They listened to those while she was moving in.
Yeah.
Had no idea until after I won them, and I had lost 2 other bids, and I thought, well, that's all right. I like Simon and Garfunkel anyway. And then somebody comes up and tells you the backstory, and you're like, well, this is the one. This is the whole thing I wanted anyway. This is
That's
fine.
awesome.
Right.
I'd have gone much higher than I went for it, you know. But yeah, it was.
That was a beautiful service.
It was so much
representation.
It's so strange to say, but it was such a fun night to be a part of. You
It
know,
was
like
supposed to be.
to watch that community, and I mean, bear in mind, some of us have been here since there was a little less than a community, really.
Right, I
I mean,
yeah.
you know, we were here when there was 5 or 6 of us. We were here when comedy was in its infancy at places like the Foco MX, and you
Yeah.
had to fight a crowd who was wandering in and out to see music, and I watched A-List perform at that. And I mean, the performance itself was fantastic, and I remember being so upset with the audience because it was a traveling audience. It was a festival audience. They weren't interested. They were busy talking and stuff like that. So,
she
yeah.
was one of the first to really like talk to me. And,
Yeah.
and be
Oh, she
open
yeah,
to
and she
me.
was like that. Yeah, she was. When I first met her, when she first started coming down, instantly likable.
Oh,
the
yeah.
words that you use. I mean, just. Is that the poster?
Yeah.
Supposed to.
Oh, that's incredible.
Right.
It sucks
Oh,
now because
that's
Justin
incredible.
just shaved his face.
He'll grow it back in like a day or two.
Yeah, I
Maybe,
think so.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got that like Terminator 2 beard that kind of forms in behind the
Yeah,
razor. Sometimes.
exactly.
It's not for everyone too. Right?
That's
Right.
amazing. 3 solid comics too.
So before we go into topics, I'd like to start with a little bit of a warm-up question.
Okay.
And do we want to pick the theme song one or the kitchen appliance?
Theme song.
Theme song.
All right.
If you were to have a theme song play as soon as you walked into any room, what would it be? And why?
Shaft, and it does.
That makes sense.
I walk in
See,
the room.
yeah, right. He gets it right. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Oh man, you want to go first? Give me a minute.
I'd say the Greatest American Hero theme. The one that's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
believe
I like
it or
that.
not,
Yeah.
it's just me.
Yeah,
That one? Yeah.
It builds too.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Nice.
That's
Or-
great.
Give
or the
everybody a chance to
Seinfeld
kind of
theme.
turn their head nice and slow. Yeah,
Yeah.
Seinfeld's a good theme.
Right.
If you're gonna go with straight theme, I used to love the Barney Miller theme. And I may be one of the few people involved in this podcast who's old
Yeah.
enough to remember the Barney Miller theme. It's all bass, and I'm a bass guy.
How about like
Okay.
Peter Gunn?
Oh man, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
that sets a tone.
Oh,
Yeah, that does. That definitely sets a tone. Man.
Like, you better be able to live up to that.
Yeah, that's a high bar to
That sounds-
set rolling in the room.
Yeah.
You better be dressed right from the
Yes.
jump, otherwise you got a problem. I don't know. I've always been fond of Limelight. I love the guitar. I'm a Rush guy anyway, and I love the way the guitar just kind of brings you into the song. I just dig it.
I
Yeah.
get that.
But honestly, if it was gonna be like a theme song, I love the underdog theme song.
Yeah, underdog.
I know the whole thing, dude. I've been singing it at work.
Real quick, let's give some shout outs. Mark Hansen, Cameron Grolke, fuck, I stumbled over your name.
Good.
Mike Carlson, our producer, who can
Hey.
watch but can't be here. Doyle Merritt and Adrian Lombas?
Loans.
Loans. Adrian was on the last time you were.
was.
Right, okay, hell
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
He lives in Tarantula Country.
What's happening, everybody? Thanks for
Shout out to all
thanks
you
for jumping on
characters.
board.
What would yours be?
The A-Team theme song.
Nice.
But I have to kick every door open.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Again, kind of a high bar to
Yeah.
set. You have there's an expectation for how
matter
you're gonna
what.
enter that room.
Like, you can't relax anywhere.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No.
I'd go with the Cheers theme.
That was a good
I'll
one.
give you that.
Sometimes
That's solid. Yeah.
you walk
Yeah, and it's that's eerily
You
accurate.
do go where everybody.
I think-
Exactly. It's
I think
kind
it's
of
funny that
Yeah.
some of my favorite places that I go are bars, and I have not had an alcoholic drink in roughly 20 years.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I just sort of suit up and show up, and I don't try to take too much control. Everything works out. But yeah, it's
I drink.
But like I said, though, my favorite places are bars for whatever reasons, and they can be my least favorite places, I guess. But for the same reason, they're everybody's least
Yeah,
favorite places.
Right.
exactly.
Because they always house those few people that shouldn't be in public when they drink.
Yeah,
And yet,
exactly.
it's the only place they can drink because they don't have any friends to go to.
Right,
That's
right. And
why
they're not
they're
going to
there.
have friends.
No,
after
and they're not
the
going to
shit
make
they
any. Like,
pulled.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it, dude. You know, I mean, that's, yeah.
Every
When-
door?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Huh?
Like,
Every
if you
door.
go into the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
You start
Especially
It's
when
probably-
I like need to go and I'm like
Yeah.
running to the bathroom.
I
and
think
just hear
honestly,
it.
where you'd run into trouble is like the fitting rooms. I think they might get a little.
Yeah.
they might get
Yeah.
a little hacked. if
I'll
you
just
blast
change in
one of
the
those
rack.
open. Yeah,
I'll
there you
just,
go.
like,
Yeah,
fly in and then
right.
Yeah.
So you kick in the door, You're going to have sex. And all of a sudden the A-Team theme song plays.
Yeah.
It gets me hard though.
Your
Yeah.
mom just died at your funeral.
Yeah, I gotta
and you
kick
have
the
to
door
kick open the fucking
Be
door.
like, I'm gonna avenge you. Type 2 diabetes, you're going down.
Don't worry, Mom. We'll take those guys down before that last commercial break.
When he dies, I plan on doing a Disney karaoke night at the funeral.
I will
casket
have
right
to.
next to you.
Princess
Yep.
songs.
Hell yeah.
And you and
Is it all
I
princess songs?
Yeah.
are going to do a whole new world.
I get it. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
a whole
Oh,
new
sweet
world.
Jesus. Yeah. All right.
Will you sit on the casket like it's a magic carpet?
I will sit on your face. If it's an open
Like, you didn't ask, right? Just write it in the will. It's not like he won't do it, dude. Don't even worry about it.
Closed casket.
You don't even have to use the words double dog dare in an official document. He'll do it. It'll be fine.
I guess I would go with another question since we're on that topic. What do you want etched on your tombstone when you go? Or before?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know. Insert guitar solo here.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, there's no like end credits. I don't know. It's like, you know.
Roll credits.
Yeah, that's like right. I guess that's my time. I guess maybe would be.
Burn in the light.
Sorry, I've run the light. That's my time. You know. I guess it's.
I'm dying
You know?
out there.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. That's my time.
Nice.
That'd be beautiful, man.
He
'Cause if you-
bombed in life. He bombed in death.
At least he kept to his time. I guess.
How about yours?
It would be just like a hologram projection of November Rain, the music video for that.
Just like scrolling.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, or yeah,
The
just
video
like playing,
or just
yeah,
scrolling.
the whole video.
Okay,
It
right
would be
on.
the whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Well, if you can do
That's
music
fine, yeah.
videos for yourself.
I don't know. I'm just
No, that's pretty solid. Yeah, way to think outside the box.
Yeah.
We were all thinking about traditional
cemetery.
etching shit. Yeah.
TV on.
They're just like, oh,
cemetery.
Right.
Yeah.
What the- How much is that costing them, dude?
The cemetery that Dimebag Darrell and Benny Paul are buried at in Arlington. There's a few high people up. It's a
Wait.
beautiful memorial garden in Arlington, Texas.
Oh, okay,
And
thank you. Because I thought you were.
have-
You said Arlington, and I was like, there is no way that
No,
Dimebag Darrell is in Arlington National.
No.
So I like him, but there's no way, bro.
He was American as
Arlington.
fuck.
Yeah,
But they
Arlington,
actually-
Texas. I apologize.
About 2 tombstone plots away from them, they have a tombstone that has an active touch screen, like tablet, I guess you would put it. A pretty good size one.
Is it? Tell me it's like a Ouija board, though, right? Like, tell me.
I wish. That would be
Tell me
amazing.
that's an
Yeah.
app.
It
Because I would
pulls up
totally hack that
facts
and
about the
download a
person
Ouija board app.
who
Like,
was
that was-
buried there. Like
That's
you click on
creepy
it and
as
it pulls
fuck.
up
That's like,
pictures and.
I'm sorry.
That reminds me of like that Yul Brynner commercial that he did for Marlboro that Bill
Yeah.
Hicks did a bit about of how like
Jesus.
I'm Yul Brynner and I used to smoke cigarettes and now I'm dead.
I think
Truth in advertising.
right, right.
Holy Jesus.
I think my tombstone would say what I always stick with is batteries not included, some assembly required.
There you go.
That's a good one.
So with the touchscreen, how far are we from having drinking fountains like the soda?
I hope that we can have one online.
And you know, what's the best about just even that idea right there, because you have some of the coolest people that you're connected to on the internet, which means in a month to call it 6 months, this will be the next show on Discovery, like Tanked and all
Right.
that. It'll be custom friggin' tombstones, man.
Yes.
Somebody get in on the ground floor
There-
with this. I'm terrible with
There
technology,
was
but we
one,
could do this, right?
There's one on Netflix called The Casketeers. That is
That's amazing.
So
I
in
knew
New
it was too
Zealand-
good of an idea to be mine. I knew it. I
In New
knew.
Zealand, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
The caskets, how much your casket is worth and how cool it is a big part of your status.
No shit.
And so it's about this family that makes caskets.
Custom caskets.
Custom caskets.
They are. They're the tank of the Undertaker
I
world.
think
That's
they
amazing.
actually were the ones that did Dimebag and Benny's custom Kiss caskets because they were both buried in custom Kiss caskets.
Yeah. Okay.
Dimebag
Really?
was buried with one of Eddie Van Halen's original guitars.
Wow.
And then I think that Kiss donated something. They bought his tombstone plot, or his actual memorial
Oh,
plot,
okay.
for Benny.
Right. Wow. That's.
So we every time I'm in Texas, I make it a
Yeah,
point to
for
go
sure,
visit.
man. Yeah.
We actually met Zach Wild there one
Oh
time.
wow,
when we
dude!
were-
I've seen him play
It
live.
was crazy.
That dude is incredible.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, like he doesn't seem like was he a cool guy? Because
He was
seemed
so cool.
He just seems
Yeah.
scary. Not that he'd be an asshole,
Oh,
but just
dude, he was
fucking
so
scary.
cool.
You know?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of history with Dimebag and Zach that Dimebag hated drinking Heineken, but that's all Zach Wild would drink, and so that was when Dimebag would drink Heineken with him.
Okay.
So we get there, my band gets there,
Yeah.
and we're chilling, and we notice an still cold closed Heineken and an open drink Heineken on his tombstone.
Yeah.
And we, like my guitarist and I were both like, dude, if that's not a sign,
Wild
like
is here.
what is? And so we're standing there and we're drinking 40s with
course.
like people who come and visit.
Yeah, just
we're
right.
sharing 40s with them, and car pulls back around, gets out. It's Zach Wild, and he comes up and like and talks with us for a bit. He's like, I noticed you guys pulled up right after I left, and
Right?
you guys must be a band. And
Yeah, right.
it was so cool. It was a dream come true.
Dude, I just the one like thing that I always remember about Zach Wild was from the Osbournes the show,
Yeah.
and it's Ozzy's like completely nine kinds of pissed off about something. He goes stomping off, and in the background you see him sit down real hard in a director's chair, and the chair goes over backwards. It all happens in the background. Nobody sees it. Zach Wild is still in the foreground talking to Sharon.
Right.
And they're just talking about. And he just and over he goes in the background. Right. Zach Wild turns around to leave the room, takes one look down, looks at the camera, goes, "Just one more day with the Osbournes," and walks out. I was like, yeah.
They have beef now. They
Yeah. Really?
talk now. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I thought he was back in the band.
I don't.
I thought he was.
I thought he was, yeah.
They kissed and made
Yeah.
up.
Because
I think so.
Ozfest is still a thing, right?
No,
oh,
Ozfest
it's done and done. Okay, because I know
Yeah.
Jack kind of was the driving force behind that for a while, right? It was
Yeah.
Jack and Sharon, and then Sharon got sick.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Ozfest got to where it was losing money.
oh,
Everywhere.
Yeah,
Which
that
is
make-
a
yeah,
big thing
it-
with the touring circuit.
Yeah.
And so they got to where the last tour they did, they didn't sell tickets. You had to buy a CD of one of the artists that was playing, and inside came a ticket. And then Denver was a big reason why they lost a lot of money. And so they ended up splitting it up to where it wasn't one show, it was two different shows. And Hodie's, when it first opened, was the second stage for Ozfest.
no kidding.
Wow.
And so we had like Arch Enemy and Guar and
Oh
yeah.
man,
That's
Dude,
awesome.
damn, that's pretty impressive.
And that was for the last year of Ozfest?
the last year of Ozfest.
Okay.
So we were my old band was in the running to play Ozfest
Okay.
in one of the competitions.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
It was pretty cool. We were in the top 10,
Nice.
which was cool.
Out of 11.
No. there was probably almost 10,000 bands, I'd say, that were
Jesus.
entered, and we ended up doing pretty well with it.
Yeah.
We also got close to winning KBPI's
Yeah.
thing.
They've done, yeah. Didn't they used to do an annual
Yeah.
battle of the bands to get to
Yeah.
open for somebody?
Well, you get to open for a ton of people.
Oh, is that what it-
our
okay.
We lost to our buddies 2013 one year, and then we lost to our buddies in Arcanium the next year.
Okay.
So,
I think I met some of the guys from Arcania.
Arcanium's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, fuck it.
Yeah,
Let's
good
get into
topics.
some
Good topics,
topics. All right, so we changed up rules since the last time you were here, Bob.
Okay.
We now, instead of
God.
just doing just rock paper scissors,
Right.
we do Cambodian rules, which are 1, 2, 3, serve. 1, 2, 3, serve.
Okay.
It's 2 out of 3. Winner gets to pick the first topic from the board in front of you.
Okay.
Also, Eric, before we start, could you grab me one of these out of that fridge?
Yeah.
There are also beers in there if you would like.
Oh, yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah, I may need to sneak out and fill a water bottle with that.
Yeah, it's hot in here. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's
all good, man.
Yep.
All right.
I apologize. There might be a water bottle in there, actually.
Yes, there is.
I will take the cold one with that. Thank you so much.
Oh.
Man.
Yeah, I apologize for
No.
how hot it is.
Hey, dude.
It's only for a couple months a year it gets this
Yeah.
hot. Then it gets cold in here.
Honestly, I'm
Yeah.
not feeling it that much.
No, it's not
Well,
that
you got
bad. It
that
really
shirt
isn't.
all on.
Yeah, that's true.
You're
Yeah,
looking
you're in that
saucy.
tropic state of mind.
Yeah.
You look like you're. Yeah, I dig
Thank
it.
you.
All right, so let's play some rock,
All
paper,
right.
scissors, Cambodian rules.
You
All right,
got
so we
it.
got to wait. All right.
So it's like rock, paper, scissors.
Wait, shake hands.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Rock, paper,
All right.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
All
Yep.
right.
All right. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Damn it. There it is. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
What the fuck?
2, 3, shoot. See,
This is getting weird.
God damn it. No, all right.
All right, you're switching.
Okay, you win.
Okay.
All right,
We'll,
so I
we'll
get to
call
thank
it.
you.
Yeah, so it's like
Christ, I'm so sorry. I
That's
like
all
it was
good.
yeah.
Oh, first of all, real
We just
quick.
got
You gotta-
ESPN,
wait,
bro.
what is this? Oh, is this the?
This is
Yeah,
the-
there they are.
That's amazing.
Is that the one
This
right off of
Jew
Harmony?
hates being cut? Can you say that?
I mean, he's Jewish. I
Nobody
guess.
wants less penis. I don't know about that, sir. I don't know if you could. That's a
I've seen
bold
some
assumption.
porns.
Yeah,
That's
there's
a
a reason
bold
dildos
assumption.
come in different sizes.
Like there are
Some
categories.
people do want less
There are
size.
categories on Pornhub, if I'm allowed to say the name of the site.
Yeah.
There are categories that would suggest differently.
Right.
Have you seen a bad dragon?
What?
You know what a bad
Yeah,
dragon is?
dude. Yeah.
So
Anybody that accidentally ordered one of those on Ambien would like less penis, sir. I assure you.
we got sent a video one day of a bad dragon butt toy
Oh man.
that was double barreled. So it had two huge
Yeah, it's
balls on it.
terrible. Yeah.
And I mean, we're talking this motherfucker was this big. And the video was of a girl
Putting in her butt.
unsquatting.
Yeah,
from it.
right. Just rising
in
off
the
of
generation.
just
Right.
rising off of
That's
it
like-
majestically. I might add.
That's
But,
internal damage right
It
there.
had to have been.
Yeah.
It is.
Like we were both sitting here because it was during the show. We got sent this.
Yeah.
I'm like, that can't be real. That's
Yeah,
got to
Like
be
that-
CGI.
Yeah, tell
Right.
me it is. Even if it's not, tell me
Yeah,
it is.
right.
Right? My
Yeah.
God.
All right, so pick a topic, Bob.
So I'm on the right and whiteboard here, yeah?
Yeah.
So we gotta go, let's see, what do I want to do? Let's go with something fun. Let's go with Boycott Hollywood.
Boycott Hollywood. What do we got for Boycott Hollywood today, sweetheart?
So, we only have 2 stories this week. One of them is about people are upset that Marvel has announced that Natalie Portman is going to be the new Thor in the next Thor movie in like 2020.
Right.
And they said that this is too much in an effort to raise like PC awareness and to like whitewash
so we're...
it. Yeah, so they're complaining that a woman, not whitewashing, but like
Okay, so for the
gender-
sake of
They
putting
say
a woman in a leading role, they've
Yeah.
created a female version of Thor. Is that
But there
what we're...
was already one.
Yeah.
In the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
There's been a female version of every superhero ever, as far
Right.
as I know, in the comics.
Yeah, so most of the people who talk about this
It's
shit
like
don't
the
read
people who
comics.
got butthurt
Yeah.
over there being a black Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
See, and I need
Yeah.
thank you for saying something because I didn't want to be the guy that said something. But, so here's the thing, my lady and I were talking about this. We have some pretty cool discussions, but like my point was this: why would you even care what color the actress is who's playing the
As long
mermaid?
as she can sing.
It doesn't matter. The point is that that story was adapted to film by Disney for the same reason they're all adapted to film by Disney, to make life lessons palatable for children.
Right.
That's what they do. So as long as the lessons are correct, why do you care what color the person is who's giving the lessons?
Right.
The lessons are still valid. Everybody wants those lessons.
Right.
Parents don't want to take the time to teach their children those lessons.
Hell no.
It's easier if you have a visualized parable.
I got
Why do
5
you
kids.
care what the
Right.
fucking parable looks like?
Right.
Worry about the lesson getting to the kid, for Christ's sake. That's the point of the movie.
I think my concern with it more is if she can sing.
Yeah.
Like, and she can.
That's good.
She
And yes, from what I-
fucking
yes.
sing.
She
Who's
can.
the cast to play her?
Oh, what was her name?
Like I thought it was like Halle Berry or something.
It's
Or
not Haley Berry.
Haley Berry.
Okay.
Which I don't know if she has any relation to Holly Berry, but that girl can fucking sing.
Yeah.
And that's what I care about.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, that's important. You don't,
But-
God damn, dude.
How are
Don't
we gonna
auto-tune
get
the shit
bent
out of
out
the
of
movie.
shape of what color a fictional
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing, isn't
a
it?
mystical.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like
Right.
like somehow there's a real Little Mermaid out there. And
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
going to be upset that you've misportrayed
Yeah.
her on
She's a
film.
member of
I
the
don't
KKK.
like what, yeah,
Yeah.
apparently
She's probably blue and scaly.
You would imagine
Yeah.
so, according to the movie Aquaman. They're,
Yeah.
I mean, they're not. I mean, well, no, that's a bad example, I guess. But
What,
anyway,
Hellboy,
isn't the
Abe
original-
Sapien.
thank you, Hellboy. Yes,
Isn't
it's a
the
shape of
original
water,
Little
for God's sake.
Mermaid tale kind of really dark and fucked up
Yeah,
in a way?
I
and I
think
think
so.
and I
Yeah,
think
so, like-
most of the European
Most of them are,
fairy
yeah.
tales
Yeah.
are. It's
No,
like,
yeah, especially Grimm.
yeah,
like-
and here's the thing: is the reason behind most of the characters in those fairy tales being Caucasian. Now, why they're still Caucasian is a whole other matter. But the
Right.
reason they were Caucasian in the first place is because they were all written
Yeah.
in Europe, and there were only white people in Europe
Yeah.
at the time. So that's why they were written that way. So
Right.
trying to cling on to some incredible tradition of, oh no, that's the way it was. Yeah, of course it was written that way at the time. Had it been written in another part of the world, I guarantee you the illustrations would have reflected that. They always do.
Right.
Well, and I feel like Disney has really tried harder to be inclusive in the things that they've been doing. I wouldn't say it's necessarily because they care, but
No.
it's a marketing thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're
know?
trying to explore a different demographic would be my point, but I'm a cynic. So
I read a thing the other day
Not
that
that it's bad
Marvel
business,
has made
but-
like $100 and something billion for Disney
Oh.
since they bought it.
Oh yeah.
they
It's-
bought it at the right time,
Yeah.
though, right? Because did they
Absolutely.
take
I mean-
it before the whole Endgame
Yeah, oh, yeah.
fever? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Before
Like,
Infinity
so
War,
they
I think,
enjoyed
yeah.
that. Yeah, they enjoyed that whole build.
Yep.
Well, they bought that and Star Wars around the
Yes.
same time.
Yep.
Yeah, but boy, I don't know. Something tells me that Disney deserves Star Wars as a
Well,
freaking albatross
Marvel was
around
going
it, man,
into
because
it.
I don't like what.
No.
And I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a purist. I
They
was like
literally-
4 when Star Wars came out. I enjoyed the films. I went to the theater to see the films.
Right.
But by Jedi, I was fine with the franchise.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm almost aggravated that you keep trying to revive this magic that we had in the
Yes.
70s. Yeah, we get it.
3 is enough.
Yeah,
With anything.
it's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was enough for fucking Indiana Jones for sure.
Exactly.
yeah.
Anytime-
I don't know.
Yeah.
But if I was gonna drop an Indiana Jones film, it would have been 2.
Really?
Yeah, out of
Yeah,
all
2
of
is
them,
the
2
worst.
was my least
I'd
favorite.
rather
Yeah.
have Crystal.
The Temple of
So
Doom.
I'd
Yeah.
say
Yeah, it was
my least
Crystal
favorite.
Skull was my least.
See now,
Yeah.
what was out of curiosity? What was your problem with Crystal
the
Skull?
alien factor.
Why?
Because it just turned it into a little bit more far-fetched of an idea.
Yeah.
So the fact that they actually found the physical Holy Grail didn't bother you.
No.
The fact that it could have been aliens that influenced the building of a fictional Machu Picchu or wherever they wound
Right.
up.
And aliens
That-
have always been tied to architecture.
It's
Right.
right.
Yeah,
Ever
that's
since somebody
true.
looked at something and went, "There's no way the assholes around here could have built that."
Yeah.
Somebody went, "Well, maybe somebody showed up out of nowhere and showed them." That's what it is. So it's not that far fetched.
Yeah.
He's always chasing fairy tales.
Yeah,
the Ark was
true.
a fairy
That's
tale.
true.
Every
Oh,
Indiana Jones movie starts with him going, "I don't chase fairy tales," and ends with him finding the end of the fairy tale.
Yeah.
Right, that's the point.
Like
I think
the last
of it.
Yeah.
But Last Crusade,
Last
One of my
Crusade was the
favorites.
best. Well, no,
If
Raiders
not the
was the
best. Yeah,
best,
Raid, yeah.
and then I would put Last Crusade right behind.
What the hell does he really find in Temple of Doom? I was just thinking about that.
He saves the children and I think fulfills a prophecy that he reads on a rock. But the
Yeah.
whole reason he's there is happenstance anyway.
Right,
So-
but there's no real MacGuffin or anything.
No,
yeah.
there's no.
Like, there's nothing.
No.
Weird.
I liked the Young Chronicles.
The show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it, River Phoenix?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was Phoenix that played him, yeah. Because for a while I thought it was a young
That's-
DiCaprio, but that would have been too far back
Right.
for DiCaprio to
I
do.
think George Lucas directed those.
I think.
Well, I think he did all of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and
The young-
Spielberg had production in it.
Because who created the character? Was it Lucas that created the character, or
It
was
was
it
Spielberg.
Spielberg that created the character, but needed sort of Lucas to give the
I think that's probably more accurate.
to help
Yeah.
flesh out the
Mhm.
story and all the rest of that?
Right.
Because Spielberg at that time it was doing a lot of more serious and dramatic films.
Because when Raiders,
Yeah.
when Raiders came out, was what, late '80s,
maybe I'm gonna look.
middle to late '80s.
Wait,
I
Raiders of the
wanna
Lost
say?
Ark?
Yeah.
No, it was early 80s, like 1982,
80s.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know like Nazis were still a thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, and I mean like I don't mean neo-Nazis, these idiot with tiki torches. I mean like the original
Actual
bad guys that we
Nazis.
had
Yeah.
dressed in
Yeah.
the uniforms and we actually went over and they actually fought. Yeah. those guys.
1981.
Okay, so it was '81.
Yeah.
I should have known. Like, that's another discussion my lady and I have because we're introducing her son to the Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Nice.
which I did through Lego Indiana Jones on
Fuck
Wii.
yes.
So
Now, because you're doing that, do you feel like you have to show him Temple of Doom?
no, he wants to see it, and I keep trying to talk him out of it.
This
He
is
really
gonna ruin
he
it
wants
for
to
you.
see it.
Yeah.
No, only because like he doesn't do good with like really gross stuff, and I don't blame him. And that was what always stuck out to me about Temple of Doom was they tried to see how nasty they could get with
Yeah,
the
with
dinner
the heart.
scene and the dinner scene alone with
Yeah.
the monkey brains and everything else. I'm like,
Right.
dude, can we just dig in
And
the
the
dirt for a while? This is freaking gross. You
How
know?
old's your, how old's the kid?
Huh?
How old's he?
He's 12, so 12 and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
so
too
he's
bad.
yeah.
I don't know. I think my issue with the Natalie Portman thing is she's just not stacked enough.
She's gonna enter a process.
Honestly, my whole problem with this is why would you not go with the logical spin-off, which would have been the Valkyrie? And did you and I talk about that?
Yeah.
either a joke
That's what I
show
watched
or
that,
the
yeah.
more like.
I would watch the hell
But
out
I
of
would
that.
watch it. That's
Yeah.
first of all, that's an amazingly strong character, and second of all, the actress playing her is fantastic
Tessa
at it.
Thompson's amazing.
She's
Yeah.
fantastic. I would watch it. I would watch that before I would
That
watch a
was
female
really-
Thor
yeah.
movie.
Like, doesn't Natalie Portman notoriously kind of not give a shit about the Marvel movies and like tries to avoid them?
That would not surprise me.
Kinda.
She
Yeah.
probably got offered a pretty.
Well, and she's
You're right,
hasn't
that's what
she
I'm
worked
saying.
at Disney before, or am I?
She's done Star Wars before.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's had to have done a Disney movie at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, Disney owns everything.
Because who was the? Because I know I got it wrong, but who was the girl from the the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise?
Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, I knew I was wrong. Sorry.
They all look the same.
Yay, right?
Yeah.
So do you think the Thor thing
What about
and the
space
Little Mermaid
Nazis?
thing? Do you think those are connect? Like, do you feel there's a
It's
connection
only like
between
Call
those?
of Duty,
Like,
isn't it?
is it the same as?
Yeah, I think it's the same people getting bent out of
Oh,
shape.
Yeah.
This is another banner that
Yeah.
they can unite
Yeah.
under. That
Well,
They just
but
hate movies. That's the only
Yeah.
thing they
Right,
protest
right.
People
about.
who are okay with Scarlett Johansson playing an Asian chick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, they're just yeah.
They were
this is-
okay with it because it was a white
These are
woman.
like the children and grandchildren of the people who were fine with John Wayne being Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody batted an eyelash, man. You had white men playing Geronimo. Yeah, that's
That would
right.
be their
Absolutely. No
Mongol.
problem. Yeah, right. No shit.
So we all
Somebody
agree
ought to
that those
teach
are
you
all
some
like just
manners,
kind of
but I won't.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jesus.
So I saw an interview with Denzel Washington, and what they asked him was, it was kind of in the same vein. It's like, do you think a white director should direct a black themed movie?
Right.
Well, so Once Upon a Time When We Were Colored was directed by a white guy. It was
Okay,
written by a black guy.
So you get it right. So the cop out answer there, my cop out, and then it is I get it. This cop out answer, but if it's a white director and he talks to, I'm guessing if it's a black themed movie, it was written by black people, African American people,
Oh,
right? For hypothetical, let's say. So what I would say is if you put the director and the writers together and that vision is working, then
Yeah.
create the vision. You see what I'm saying? If the vision is, because it would seem that the vision is the most important. And so if the vision is working, then create the vision. If you want to interview multiple directors of different backgrounds and ethnicities and sexes, and that would make the most sense. Sit them with the writers. Who comes up with the best vision? But I don't think Hollywood works that way. I think that's pretty naive. But,
Yes.
But and it's a cop-out answer, but that makes sense, right? Like if you have the guy who's supposed to bring the vision to life, doesn't he talk to the people who had the vision in the first place to try and
Yeah.
get as close as you can get?
Yeah.
I think so. yeah.
Ideally. Usually just say.
What?
But of course, the problem is that the African American directors don't seem to be getting those calls or those opportunities because Hollywood doesn't work that way. So that needs to
Which
change.
is right. Denzel said, well, no, because he has to create an experience that
He's not
never
familiar
seen.
with. Right.
Right.
Okay, and that is certainly an
And
argument.
so
yes.
why would you go to a white director direct a black themed movie in that
that makes perfect sense.
But now you got to take that the other way. Why would you go with Scarlett Johansson instead of actually finding a trans
That makes
actor?
no
Right.
sense.
It's not the same.
It makes that's what I'm saying. It makes no sense to go with Scarlett Johansson. To me.
Right.
It doesn't
Okay.
make
Okay.
any sense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it pisses me off that we hire, and vice versa in this, but that we hire so many British actors to play American roles when there's tons of American actors who can play it, and vice versa.
Right.
Yeah.
American actors playing British
But
roles.
somehow, and this is probably one of those conspiracy theorist reasons, but for some reason, the Brits can drift into an American accent
A lot
easier than the Americans drift into, because if you've ever seen somebody slip out of an accent, and I'm a big fan of Boondock Saints, but if you ask me, not Flannery, Norman Reedus, that accent wavers in a couple of scenes in that movie, and
it's
I
not even
notice
British.
it.
It's not even British.
And
it's
I
just
notice it. He
Boston.
just drops
Right.
into whatever. It's almost like this southern sort of stretch
Like,
down where he's trying to brogue, but he just stretches the word
But
out.
I've heard
whatever.
Russell Crowe slip.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
what's the guy's name from Mr. Robot? Christian Slater? Is that him? He was in Robin Hood with.
He didn't even
Yes.
try. He didn't even try.
He
Yeah, he
did not
He
even
did not
try.
try.
No.
Yeah, it's the
No,
worst
he
shit
was the
ever.
American
Valkyrie.
Will Scarlet.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Valkyrie.
He was just an American throughout the entire
Right.
thing.
What's
well,
that,
so
what?
you had German speaking with British accents. throughout the movie.
What's this now?
Valkyrie.
Oh,
And then
see, I
Tom
didn't
Cruise
see that. And I
just
should
straight
see
English,
it.
like straight American. Like, we're supposed to believe this guy's a Nazi.
That's insane.
Right. He doesn't even have blonde hair.
Yeah.
And you
Or
would
blue
like it
eyes.
just bothers me that for some reason we don't seem to be past this bullshit. Like we can create creatures and people out of thin air and a fucking green screen, but we can't get a casting choice right? How
Right.
fucking hard
Right.
can it be?
Well, I mean, you look at like Stranger Things, and almost I'd say a third of the cast are British. Then you've got Walking Dead.
Yeah.
A huge chunk of them are British.
But they had to audition.
Yes, they did.
So that means that whoever was, again, the vision was best portrayed by that character, which is
Right.
weird because the character isn't written as a British person.
Right.
Well, I don't know, maybe that tells you that that's one hell of an actor, I guess.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves and Dracula, Adrian says. That's a good point.
Oh.
Or
Yeah,
Shakespeare.
good call.
That's acting.
Good call.
Adam said The Simpsons did it. He's talking about the Star Wars
Right.
and Indiana Jones. Chasing Waterfalls is what he said they did in Temple of Doom.
Yeah, that's what they did.
And what about Space Nazis?
There's that fucking movie that was on Netflix, Iron Sky. That was about
Yes.
the Nazis on the dark side of the moon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the Nazis did.
Boring.
Because the Nazis actually had the father of modern rocketry working for them in the first place, which is a
Yeah.
man named Werner von Braun.
Yeah, exactly.
And-
the head of NASA.
And
Shaw.
yeah, he came to the American side and he helped develop the delivery system, the space race. He got us into all that stuff.
Yeah.
And jet propulsion, all that. The Nazis had that first.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was the Me-262, but I can't remember what the other one was. But they were the first ones to have jet aircraft, and they actually flew them in the war.
Right.
Yeah.
They just didn't have enough experienced pilots to do anything with them. So
They also figured out how to properly do vasectomies from experimenting on Jewish people in Poland.
did they really?
Yeah.
That's just
There's a
creepy
lot.
stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of creepy shit that we use today
yeah.
that they discovered.
I can't be happy about that.
Right.
I mean, I feel
Right,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't regret mine
sort of-
personally,
right, I'm
but
sort of
yeah, that's kind
kinda
of weird, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
It's
I
weird,
certainly don't mind the soreness and the bruising,
Right.
but I'm like, you know what? That's a small price to pay.
Yeah.
Yes. So real quick before we move on to the next story, in
Yes.
this, I would like to give
been
a
completely
shout
done.
out and a plug for Dungeons and Drafts.
Yes.
They are an
Because
incredible place.
we can't be there tonight, or is that tomorrow night?
Well, no, they are
I know,
currently.
no, but I mean they're having that.
We're doing a comedy fundraiser
Is that tomorrow night?
at the
See,
lodge.
I can't. I already have plans. I have like an appointment to play D&D, oddly
Yeah,
enough, so
totally
I can't like
understand.
welch on that. But yeah,
But they are a theme bar here in Fort Collins.
they're a
that
fun place,
is an
man.
incredible staff, incredible people. They are actually the reason why I do comedy. I
Yeah.
first did comedy there, fell in love with it.
I was actually
are-
there the first night they did
Yeah.
that when we did guerrilla comedy. We just showed up and stood next to Sauron. And that's not a joke. We were right there, man. Yeah.
But they're
yeah.
they're in some financial troubles right now, and are needing our help. And so if you can and will go to one of the events, you can check them out at dungeonsanddrafts.com or on their Facebook page. Just look up
Yeah.
Dungeons and Drafts. They also have a GoFundMe that they have a few days left on. They are trying to raise 60 grand to keep the doors open.
Where are they at
They
now?
are at 21 last I checked. I will be sharing a link. I've already shared a link in the description. You can also look up the hashtag roll to
This is-
save.
I'm good. Thank you. I quit smoking, otherwise I would
Yeah.
like smoking.
So that would be a really good thing. Go check them out. Go support
Yeah,
them.
yes, please
They
do.
are a good part of our community.
I actually went down and played a card game down there that I never played before. It wasn't even really a card game, but it was like werewolf, villager, vampire, and something.
Do you know
and,
what he's talking about?
No, I'm wondering what's going on over here.
Yeah,
Oh,
he passed
alright.
me his joint
Are
and then
you-
I exchanged it. I was gonna give him mine. And then he said I could just take it off his, so I was smoking 2 joints at once.
There you go.
You have
do
to
it,
when
man.
you're given 2 joints.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we
Yeah.
played that game down there. It was like us and just a room full of people, and it was an interactive game. There was a host, and he set out the
Fuck yeah.
rules, and we played the game. It was like an evening. It was just a blast. I hung out with my
Yeah.
daughter all night. So it's a fun place. If you've never been, please help them keep the doors open and then go, because it's a shit ton of fun. They have a bunch of games there that you can play. There's a
23.
One of the best open mics in Fort Collins.
Yeah, and it's just
Great
a lot
food.
of fun, man. And the staff is fun too, man. All those guys
Good
are cool.
absinthe.
Yeah.
You have good absinthe.
And like a bunch of craft beers too, I think. Yeah.
Really good craft beers. Killer food. Their mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
I think I had their sliders or something. They were fucking awesome.
He said Werewolf is a cool game.
Yes,
Adrian
indeed.
said.
Yep.
So yeah, we just wanted to plug that real quick.
I
We
did
will
play
plug it a
Werewolf.
few more times on you guys.
Vampire.
They are at
Yeah.
$23,305 raised
Man.
so far just through the GoFundMe. That shows a lot as to how
Yeah.
important they are in our community.
That's
You want to have this? It's a split.
But yeah, let's get them back going.
yeah. For sure.
Is it just me, or is that I feel like I've seen a couple of businesses that have gotten into some trouble lately. In
Lately,
Fort Collins.
Peloton and
Yeah, Pelican got hit too. I saw that the same day. That came out the same day that Dungeons and Dragons. I heard about it the same day.
Yeah, there's some big issues in town. It's really hard. There's no stopping on the property management and how much they can raise your rent. There's no protections in that, and so it becomes really hard to run a successful bar and restaurant. in
I
this
can't
town.
even fathom because there's so many choices
Right.
in this town.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just to be able to catch a crowd
Yeah.
anywhere consistently.
Yep.
You know, I mean,
And then everybody
Sure,
goes to
you
like
can-
3 places still.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a drink special night, they'll probably hit you on that night of the week in their rounds. But the college kids are out to save money, so you got to
Right.
try to come up with a profitable business that still attracts
And
those
if you're
kids.
off the beaten path, like they
Yeah.
are,
Especially
they're a
now,
little bit
man.
out of
Nobody
the
can
way.
afford a DUI. You can't. That's
Yeah.
it. You're done, dude. You're
Yeah.
never going out again. You get zapped with one
Yeah.
of those things, you know?
You're looking at a minimum of 10 to 15 grand. Your first
$1,000,
DUI.
dude. And everybody gets a piece of that.
Oh yeah.
I got a DWAI, which apparently is not.
I got a DWAI.
Yeah.
I've got some issues.
It's
I got
not-
some problems.
yeah.
I got some problems.
Apparently, it's not driving while almost intoxicated, which I was hoping for.
Right.
But it's driving while alcoholically impaired. And I thought, okay. And they took me to jail, and they took my license. Now,
I mean,
the way did you you surrender your license and the whole bullshit? Because I
Yeah.
surrendered my license when they stopped me, because you're supposed to, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, when they stopped me?
But
No.
when they arrested me, right? Okay, so they took it, right? So now my license is listed as suspended at that point. Okay, they inform the DMV and they suspend my license. Now, the way it was explained to me was sort of as if to say the next step is for you to go to the DMV and ask for a hearing. And I said, great. So I did that. Problem is that suspends all action on your license. Well, it usually takes them 60 days to get around to you. So you should be at the end of your 90 days. But you're not. You've only
Right.
had like 30 days on there. And it's like, are you kidding me right now? So it's just, I get that you did it wrong and you got to pay for it. I didn't hire a lawyer. I went in there and I was like, I looked at the DA. I said, all I want to do is try and soften the blow and make it affordable. That's all I'm trying to do. I
Take the plea.
didn't fight with the cops. I fortunately did not hurt anyone. Very fortunately,
Yeah.
knock on wood, did not hurt anyone. Whatever. There was no accident. I didn't damage any property. Whatever it was. Okay.
And I'm not, yes, nobody should be driving inebriated, but
Right. But it's a
how much
cottage
did you
industry
have to
now.
drink? Because
Oh
at
no, I see.
DWAI,
Yeah.
you're not blowing the legal limit.
Right. See, now I pled down to the DWAI.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
Cool,
made a
cool.
plea deal
All right.
because I blew twice the legal limit. I blew a .165.
Oh, you got a good deal.
That was at the height of my alcoholism.
That was a good deal.
I was in training. I was going to the Olympics, man.
Yeah.
I hyperextended the uvula and I was out, but I was headed for the Olympic drinking team, dude. I was good. I was a first-class asshole. I'll tell you what.
Same here. Same
I
here.
was obnoxious, man. I was one of those drunks that nobody could spend your money better than me when I was drinking.
I think the thing that pissed me off is you pay this $500 to go to the Mothers Against Drunk Driving thing.
The victim's impact panel.
You go to that, and there wasn't a single mother
I
on
was-
the speaking.
No, I was lucky they waived that for me.
Oh, see, I had to go, and it was packed. I mean, that thing you had to book months in advance to be able to get in there.
Yup.
They didn't have a single mother. The one person who spoke that was related was an aunt who barely knew her nephew. And she's speaking. You spent $500 for this.
Yeah.
Then they show a music video from Simple Plan that was bootleg. It was a straight up pirated copy.
Yeah.
It even had the pirate company's button on it. And I'm like, I just spent $500
To contribute to piracy.
300 people
This
in
is
here.
bullshit. You couldn't buy a real version.
Right.
right. You're the fucking government. I thought you guys make this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got sentenced to level 2 alcohol classes, and I don't think there is any other level of alcohol classes because everybody I've ever talked to that's had an alcohol-related traffic offense is in that level 2 zone, man. And it's like
now
180 to register, and then $80 a class, and then like 180 for them to let you out or some shit like that. I was like, God damn, man.
Walk down the street drunk.
Yeah. Well, now they have shit. Now when you get a DUI, you automatically have like I think 2 years of interlock
Oh yeah.
in there, which is a private company that fucks up all the time.
Yeah.
And you're talking hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, dude. And when you get if you get too many false readings in a month, bro, they put you back in jail, man.
And suspend your license.
I've had some friends that have come up close to that. The guy's like, dude, it's not. I wasn't. Yeah, that's a mess.
Shit, I saw somebody blow hot after using mouthwash.
Yeah.
But I guess my biggest problem is like I'll pay the rest of whatever it is. I fucked up, whatever. Let's just call this what it is, all right? This is a legal fundraising campaign.
Yeah.
You're not rehabilitating anybody.
No.
You're not really educating anybody.
No.
And I'm not speaking. I did it. I went through it all, and I followed the rules as best I could, according to my paper. I served my time. I paid all my fines. I did my community service. I had people help me with my community service as far as, if there wasn't anything to do, they let me hang around anyway and get my hours in. So it was good, man. It wasn't a super hardship on me. I had a family member, thank God, help me pay off my fines so that I could get them down, so that my little girl could have Christmas that year, because otherwise I would have been that guy. So I'm thankful for all of that stuff, and I'm never going to try to say that I didn't do it wrong and didn't deserve what I got.
Right. Same here.
Please, if you want to charge them that kind of money, can we at least get something going on, man? We all know, because the system is the same. You look around and it's all the same. We've all been forced to be here.
Yeah.
Nobody wants any part of this. I certainly don't want to pay for it.
No.
So what the hell are we doing here? We're going to listen to this guy drone for an hour, and then we're all going to go figure out how to hide beer from a piss test. That's what we're going to do.
Well, yeah, and that's what we learned how to play the rules with or play the game with the breathalyzers. If you drank at a certain time, you knew that if you got called the next day, you had until a certain time to blow clean. But now it's all piss tests.
Yeah, it's all. Yep, and there are however many, and it's for everything. Like, it doesn't matter, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the Larimer County system, it seems like you're calling a color for a piss test.
Yep.
I'm like, that woman was arrested for embezzlement. Don't give a shit. You're calling every week, and if we find you hot, you're in deep shit.
You're fucked.
You realize she has a prescription for painkillers, right? Like, it's legit.
But you can, at that point. Like, they'll allow that. What's our next
Anyway,
story?
God damn it.
Get depressed.
Damn the old man and his grumpy ass.
The next story is that Russian boxer Maximum Dadashev, who was 28, dies from injuries suffered during the fight. He got beaten up so bad they said he had brain swelling. His brain was bleeding, and he died there. That's pretty spectacular.
So this happened in Russia?
No, it was here.
Really?
It was in Maryland.
Yep.
He was in a boxing match. This guy's been a quick, fast, like a rising star in the boxing community.
They didn't find the underlying.
So at one point while they were doing it, while they were in the fight, his manager called it and pulled him out because he could tell something was wrong.
Yeah.
That
That's what I'm saying.
right.
Yeah.
And before he made it backstage, he started puking and
then so somebody saw it. They just saw it too late.
Right.
Boy, somebody missed something, because that referee's supposed to be standing right there watching this kid catch a beating.
Yeah.
So unless it was a lucky punch, I guess
brain bleeding is ended up being the cause. They ended up putting him in a medical induced coma,
and then just too much damage, and it's not.
They said before he even went into it, he was showing signs of brain damage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll bet.
That can happen in that realm.
Yeah.
I don't.
Boxing's fucked up.
I don't remember where it took place, but there was a man named Ray Mancini who accidentally killed a Korean boxer in the ring. A kid named Young Kim was killed and I think he died in the ring.
Yep.
I think he was taken to the hospital and pronounced dead at the hospital, but I think technically he died in the ring.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like I tend to joke about some of that where I'm like, that's the next step, is we're going straight back to gladiators. We've already put them in cages.
Yeah.
Right.
We've already taken the real padded gloves off them, right? Now we're letting them use their feet. What's next?
Right.
Right?
Well, shit, when cage fighting first started,
There was no pads, man. It was bare knuckle. Dude, you watching guys lose teeth, dude.
Yeah.
If you could stand, you could fight. That was like that old Kumite shit.
You were
Yeah.
watching people shit fucking intestines.
Yeah. Right. It's like,
dude.
It's like, and football gets horrible too. 'Cause I remember I went to Loveland High, so that was a big football school because the Huskers picked the kids there first. And there's this one kid I knew who was defense, I think. He was short but real big. He wasn't even like 17 or anything, and he already had 3 aneurysms and 2 brain surgeries, and he was still on the fucking football team.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Wow.
Shit, last year we
Right.
had
You talk
several
about your
stories
only
on
ticket
here.
out of someplace.
Yeah.
Because
No shit.
you're rapidly canceling the rest of your options, sir.
Exactly.
Brain damage is a thing, man.
Yeah. And not young.
No shit. Well, and this is sad, and it wasn't ever like proven to be this, but when I had just graduated high school, maybe a year, maybe 2, and I had gone back. Our friends had younger siblings that were still in school.
Yeah.
And so we went one night to watch a football game, and we watched one of our kids who was pre-signed to a scholarship get taken out with a low hit.
Yeah.
And every indication that everybody on the field saw was that this kid went out of his way to blow that knee out and put this kid on the sidelines.
And it did. Probably ruined his whole career.
That's it,
doing
dude.
it.
He was done. It blew out the ACL and the whole 9. So that's it, dude. Now all of a sudden that scholarship is like, wait a minute. We're gonna have to see.
All right.
So that's
Where the fuck that kid's at
Definitely
now?
on
yeah.
purpose,
For what,
yeah.
dude?
Yeah.
Where's that coach at now? Where's the kid at? I mean, it's ridiculous, man.
Although, like, yeah. Did he have bad brain injuries or anything like that, though?
No, but this was also back probably mid to late 90s, so the ACL stuff was a little more serious than it is now.
Right.
The technology wasn't there, and I don't know what this kid could afford as far as what, you know what I mean?
Oh,
I mean,
the school's not paying.
no,
for
that
it.
whoever had him signed is like, sorry, dude. We'll help you rehab it, but we're not paying for
Yeah.
surgery on it.
Right.
You know, not on. So yeah. So that was, but yeah, it's. Man, I'm so glad. It's sad because I'm glad my kids didn't get into sports. I got 2 kids. I got a son and a daughter, and they played soccer.
Yeah.
And I was like, go have fun playing soccer. And they played ice hockey for a little while, and they had fun playing ice hockey because it was all the. Fort Collins has some amazing youth programs.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. At some level, when my daughter said, I would like to play Arsenal, I witnessed an Arsenal game, and the way one parent talked to those children as they were coming off the field, I looked at my ex, she's my ex-wife now, I looked, I said, she's not playing.
No, they're
And she was
shitty
like,
people.
well, I was like, no, you don't understand. I was like, I won't ever see a game because I'll be in jail at halfway through the first one. You ever talk to my kid like that, lady, I'll put you in an ambulance.
Yeah.
I will put
I
you
don't
in
care
an
if you're a
ambulance.
woman. You want equal rights.
That's it. You know what? Hate crime.
Yeah.
And I will plead hate crime. At that moment, I hated that person, Your Honor.
Pure hate crime.
That's a hate crime. I hated that individual bad enough to punch whoever it was in the face. Talk about my kid that way.
Maxim Dadashev, right?
Dadashev. Wow, that's
Poor guy. May he rest in peace.
yeah, man.
I wish I would have got him for the
Yeah,
Deadpool. I'm trying to go for medically induced comas. That's the
Dude,
shit.
right? Yeah. that's-
Halfway through a toast.
Yeah, right.
Well, I think you were on the last episode
This
where
week
he
on
guessed
Not Governed
that
by
Chapman
Reason, we
was.
find
Was it?
the line.
This is just
I'm
all
gonna
going to
win
turn
this
out to
because
be
of
like something for the next Apollo Creed kid movie where he takes out Ivan Drago's son.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then what? Drago's grandson?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
just
know
gonna
how
go
you get like,
James
it'll,
keeps
yeah,
going and going and
as
going.
long as Stallone keeps showing up on the screen, everybody will go, right?
No
Like, it's
hologram
really all you need.
later, so-
Yeah. I think maybe now. I don't even know.
It'd be better
Like,
than having
Yeah.
old
He probably got, I think he got accidentally waxed in the Expendables 4 or whatever it was. They've just been showing holograms of him ever since.
Isn't he the one who started that whole thing?
The Expendables?
Yeah,
I believe,
I thought that was his whole project, and then he got kicked out of it.
And a couple of the other guys,
I think it's funny, man, because it seemed like every time a new one came out, there was a fresh round of articles that were like, and everybody hates everybody. And I'm like, no shit, because they're all a bunch of muscle-bound prima donnas, dude. They've all been action stars.
Also, like, why the fuck was Terry Crews in there? Like, he's not an old action star like that. And, like, didn't they get a whole bunch of young guys in there?
Yeah, they were trying to.
Jason Statham was in there?
They were trying to keep it. Yeah, and I like Statham. Like, I enjoy watching Statham do what he does.
Yeah.
But I want to watch Statham do it. I don't want to watch him play straight man to Dolph Lundgren. I mean, come on, man. I would rather just watch these guys individually. That's why they came up the way they came up.
Exactly.
Well, and Statham's up there.
With the possible exception of Lundgren, who had a terrific turn with Brandon Lee in Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Yes.
Or was it? Yeah, it was Brandon Lee. Yes. And that was with Tommy Lee Jones. That was that's
a rocket scientist.
Who? What?
Dolph Lundgren, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Is he really?
He's something like that.
Biological scientist.
He's super fucking
There's nothing
smart.
else to do in Russia with money, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
But he's
buy
Swedish.
education.
That's the thing. He's not
is
even
he
Russian.
really?
Yeah. That's,
damn.
Yeah, he's
No,
actually
all right.
Swedish.
I'm
getting
thinking
Or Norwegian or something like that.
It happened twice now.
Which
Was
game
that
is it? There's
Oh,
weird.
there it is. The Area 51 is
Is it
spoken.
still
There it
doing
is.
Area 51 is spoken, man. We're not gonna tolerate that shit. Yeah, I'm not stepping on anything.
This is why we need the new video switcher.
Right?
This is exactly why.
Is he directly talking to me?
No, I meant the
Welcome to
actual
the
hardware of the video
Passive
switcher. Not that big.
I would like a different title, please.
Right? Look, if we're gonna go down this road,
We're gonna have this conversation.
That
we're gonna
sounds
discuss
hateful.
something else.
You get to pick the next topic, Mr. Eric.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's see
Where
what
are
we
we
got. Fuck it. Let's go dark. Let's go with In God We Trusted. Yeah.
Ooh.
Ruh-roh.
This
We
is
did
gonna
trust him at one point.
go- Yeah, we trusted him at one point, but now he's just like.
Then he
eh.
fucked my kids.
Yeah.
Or he let them fuck my kids.
Right.
God, you talk about a textbook example of how never to handle a situation. Gee, I mean, come on, man. You had so many opportunities to do it right, and you ignored every one of them.
I know, right?
How do you do that? How are you still an organization? Kmart isn't even a thing because they were associated with Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
How the hell is the Catholic Church still in business?
Yeah.
No fucking idea. Like
Yeah.
they're getting bigger. Like that fucking Catholic church over there off of LeMay. They're building a new expansion on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that. And I don't know. I'm very curious about what it's going to look like.
Right. I mean, it's pretty on the inside because I used to have Boy Scout meetings in the basement there. Which, by the way, that's like a double danger move.
Now,
Catholic
I was about
Church
to
Boy
say,
Scout
wow,
meetings.
that is-
Let's dive into this for a
That
second.
is playing with a hand grenade, man.
And I was like one hair away from just getting molested, you know. But I never did. Wasn't cute enough.
Is there a doll?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Is there a doll? Is there a doll?
Yeah.
We just have some questions.
We just have
Pee Wee Herman's all over it.
Yeah, right. Oh Lord, how appropriate.
Bigger than Jesus.
We'd have to go to a theater, though. Of course.
What's our first story on
So, the first story is about a California priest that got ousted after a car accident, revealing he had stolen over $95,000 of cash from his churchgoers.
Thank God no one was harmed.
Yeah.
Right.
Jesus.
So,
I'm so glad it's
That
not a
is the
story about them
tamest
touching
I've
children.
ever heard this
Fucking
story.
let them keep the
Catholic-
cash. You know what, bro? For committing a normal fucking crime,
Right.
keep
Keep
it.
it.
Just go. It's your retirement fund, dude.
Like
Spend it wisely. You're out. Go.
embezzlement, that's
They
it.
gave it to you freely. They trusted you. That's on them. Go.
Right.
you
Go.
wasn't embezzling altar boys? So.
No.
Right? Tell me that you didn't use any. Tell me that you didn't embezzle 180 and use 90 of it on child porn, and we're fucking fine. All right? Jesus.
So what do we
Take
got?
the money.
So it says on Monday he had his crash. Officers found several bags of cash in his car, which led to them uncovering what they said was a prolonged history of theft in which he had fleeced his flock for over $95,000.
So filthy.
I know, right?
His flock.
To me, this is amazing that his
Right?
theme song was going to be the A-Team, and this, I swear, is a plot from an A-Team episode
right.
in like
Yeah,
He
1982.
looks like a plot.
Yeah,
Right.
he really does. So the money they
looks like
found
Billy
that day
Bats.
Yeah, like
was
fucking Don Johnson's just gonna break into this guy's house anytime now.
just fucking kick it in. Get down, motherfucker. He had $18,305.86 on him when he got
That's a lot of
when they
collection
found it. Yeah, and
points.
they returned all the money to the church.
Do you think they let him keep it 86 cents?
No.
Yeah.
They would have if you still needed a payphone to make a call.
Right.
So they don't necessarily.
Incredible, man.
They call him a priest, but they don't say it's a Catholic church.
Oh.
Well, they said father, and they
Right.
usually for like Protestants they don't have father. It's just like pastor.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah,
right,
because there are
exactly.
different titles for
Right.
different.
But that guy looks crazy as fuck. He looks Roman
It doesn't
Catholic.
sound
Yeah,
right. but
yeah.
it does,
It
doesn't it?
definitely has
Yeah.
a ring to it.
Yeah, it's okay. I think Lenny Bruce used to call him
My
that.
father,
Like, that guy's got
I don't
fucking,
think he would.
The
He may
Virgin
not
Mary
agree
on
with
his
that.
Yeah,
chest.
He's-
that's very Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
vestments are definitely.
Right. Like this guy is just playing
Maybe
into the
Lutheran.
Catholic thing.
I don't know.
a
It's
little
either that
too
or
hard.
it's a cult. I would.
Yeah.
I mean, is that the sun god or? Is
Well, I mean,
that-
like Jim Jones started out as just a normal Catholic church, and then he
I don't know
got
about
crazy.
Well, more of a Baptist minister.
Well, yeah, Baptist.
But,
But
yeah,
he was church. He was Christian.
yeah, he was
one of them.
Boy, he was a charismatic son of a bitch till he finally tripped over that line, though, man. If you've ever listened to the tapes of his early
Oh,
sermons,
yeah.
you're like, yeah, you know why they signed over their fucking house and flew to fucking Ghana.
Did you
Hell
guys
yeah.
ever watch
He
I'd
was
have believed
Country?
him.
You
I'd have fucking
would.
believed him. I don't know if I'd have drank the Kool-Aid. You might have had to shoot my ass.
Right.
But I'd have been in Ghana, probably.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever watch Wild Wild Country? That thing on Netflix.
Yeah.
No.
His fucking daughter was a part of that cult.
Yeah.
his
the-
son
the
was-
Oregon cult. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
The
gonna
one
say,
that
'cause
was-
his son was born into Jonestown and was one of
Yeah.
the few that escaped.
Yeah.
Right. And but yeah, wasn't his daughter or somebody like that involved with?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing something like
Yeah.
that. That shit is the craziest.
So I found out about that whole thing
Uh
while we're in the Dalles in Oregon.
huh.
We're driving through Burgerville. and Robin
Which
and
sounds
I,
like such a happy place.
right, my wife
That's how it all
and I
happened.
like to read shit about where we're at.
Yeah.
And I start pulling up this thing about this fucking cult there who had poisoned
Yes.
a whole bunch of the people through the restaurants in the Dalles.
Especially Burger Town.
Yes, Burgerville being one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
While we're fucking ordering food. And I looked at Rob and I'm like, I'm not gonna tell
Yeah.
you this until after we've eaten.
Yeah. But
You're lucky
did
you
you guys
survived that trip, bro.
did you guys see the like ghost town or anything out there? Because they still have a lot.
They have
of
the
shit.
town, yeah, we have it now.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
It was the best burger you've ever had.
It was so good.
Hell yeah.
Burgerville's
Burgerville is
amazing.
Like the salmonella was
Yeah,
worth
it's
it.
a really,
I've
really
never-
amazing company. They like.
Yeah.
So that's
They take good care
see,
of
that's
their
Pacific
people.
Northwest. I haven't been lucky enough to get to the Pacific Northwest yet. I
Yeah.
want to go.
Oh,
man.
if
I want to
you
go to
do
Portland.
Burgerville, Portland's
See, and
amazing.
I want to go on just those 2-lane blacktops that run through them old growth forests. That's I just
Yeah.
want to drive that.
Yeah.
I just want to drive it, man.
The-
And I'll
through the
blast
Cascades
Red
and-
Barchetta the whole damn way.
Yeah.
Oregon's pretty cool because apparently it has like every biome of the United States. It's got like mountains and the
It's got
ocean,
desert.
and it's got desert,
Yeah.
forest, all of it.
Massachusetts has
Lots of
hills.
racists.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got some problems.
That's fair.
It's like, it's weird because the closer you get to Idaho, the more fucked up and racist it gets.
Yeah.
And then you get up into like
Yeah.
Portland and shit, and it's just a clash of course of
Right.
cultures. Like,
So,
Which
I
makes
know,
sense
yeah.
why probably a lot of like that Antifa shit happens in Portland.
we were just talking about that
Yeah.
a little bit ago.
yeah, there was a documented white flight from LA after the Watts riots
Yeah.
to Idaho, and I can't remember which city it was. There's a major city in Idaho that became the largest, it had the most gun shops per capita than any other
Damn.
city in the United States.
Matthew Hibbert says, can we just start calling denominations franchises? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
We
See,
can.
thank you. I don't. Did he think of? Did he come up with that, or
I
did
hope
he hear?
so.
Because I
No.
said it. I said it to him while you guys were talking. I just didn't know if I said it loud enough to get picked up.
It
But
might
I think
have.
franchises. I
These
think that
boom
would. And I
mics
think
are-
it was Lenny Bruce that originally thought of that.
Yeah.
I want to say that
I
he
can see
used
that.
to do a bit called, and the title of the bit was Religions Incorporated. And
Yes.
I think he
Yes.
compared them to like a Howard Johnson's franchise.
Yeah.
So yes, that was Lenny Bruce.
You're right.
Especially when you look at it through Scientology and how he, like, isn't there an L. Ron Hubbard quote where he straight up says, "If you want to make money in this country, start a religion."
Yeah.
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 It's the best way because if you get it big enough, you never pay taxes and you influence policy.
Yep. Yep. That's very true. It's fucked
Well,
up.
Scientology and Mormonism are freakishly
Yeah.
similar
And,
in so many ways, and like the having enough people to vouch for you
Right.
when you leave, having if you do get your own planet, if you will, it's because you had enough people vouch for you. In Scientology, it's more how many people you get to spend money.
Yeah.
In the Mormon Church, that's a part of it, but it's in more of how many people you convert
Yeah.
or bring under your name. So that's why Mormon families are so big. They're,
Right.
they're
So-
free. That's all selfish.
Okay, so in
Yeah.
one, it's a traditional pyramid scheme where you're just creating business opportunities. And the other, it's sort of building a pyramid on people to get higher. And
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
gotcha.
for real.
I gotcha.
And I mean, they're
It's
both.
crazy.
The freakish thing is, for one, Mormonism was formed by a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a real freakish thing right there. And then you have they have the largest
ignorant. I'm really
selection or a
Awfully
database of genealogy
Yeah.
out
It's
there.
so weird.
They know more about your genealogy than you do.
Yeah.
And
That's good.
companies
They can keep
like
it. I understand.
Ancestry.com and
Yeah, I'm
23andMe
not
are owned by
The Mormon Church.
the Mormon Church.
So is that like the
Yeah.
Latter-day Saints, or is that?
Yes, that
okay,
is the
that's
Latter-day
that's the
Saints, yeah.
yes. Okay.
But yeah, they
I had a
know
friend of mine.
a ton about your genealogy.
I had a friend of mine that actually traveled to Salt Lake City and showed up to the main temple?
Yeah.
And, like in drag and all this stuff to purposely get his name removed from the rolls of the church.
Nice,
And I
nice.
think he succeeded.
So
Right.
they just now made it to where same-sex couples are allowed in the Mormon Church,
Oh, yeah.
but you're not allowed to be baptized under Mormon. You're
What-
just allowed
yeah.
to go to the sermons, and your kids can now be baptized, which it was illegal or unallowed
Yeah.
Yeah.
up until this year.
I just I
It's
like
awful.
the terminology, man. I love that terminology. They don't allow gay marriage. It's like as
Well,
if they can stop it. No,
right.
it doesn't happen. We don't allow it. We're not doing it. Negative.
Also,
What?
there
Doesn't
are
happen. We
different
stop that.
tiers. There are different tiers in where you go in Mormon Church.
So so it's Amway with an afterlife.
It is.
really.
It is.
It's
And,
right. That's
yeah.
what we're doing.
Yeah.
They target, their missionaries target African American countries. Because in the Mormon Church, if you're African American, you can only be in the lowest tier of the church. You can't get your own planet. And so
So
they
fucking
they
nuts.
can convert you.
people are worried about. I'm not going to get my
so
own planet.
fun.
I'm a
It's
fucking
so
idiot.
fun.
Like, I'm not, like, if somebody ever, like, if I sit down next to somebody at a bar, all right, and I put the cynic in me away for 10 seconds, long enough to look at that person and go, how's your day going? If they look at me and go, I'm not going to get my planet, I'm like, I'm fucking out, and this is why I talk to you people. Fuck you, give me my Shirley Temple, I'll be at the back of the bar shooting pool where I belong.
Most of the homeless people who come into my fucking work are saying shit about their own planets.
Yeah.
And then, Mormons are all.
I can't.
It's so weird.
The Mormon Church is really
And it's
It's
weird.
not,
really-
it's, and before I get blasted for it's not just them. I can't stand anybody who takes themselves too seriously.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Have you ever heard about how in Mexico the Mormons have all these wars with like the cartels?
The cartels, yeah.
Because
Mitt Romney's
yes,
people.
Mitt
yeah.
Romney is Mexican. Well, actually,
Are you
Yeah.
Is this like a conspiracy?
No, it's a
this
real
is
thing.
real.
You can all look
Like,
at-
This is
well,
real.
it's
Now that I'm
He was
saying it,
born
I can
in
look it up.
Mexico.
Well, yeah, but he was born on an Air Force base, so that's why he could run for president. But his dad was a senator, but he was born in Mexican territory, so he could only become senator.
Right.
So he could never run. Wait,
Yeah.
didn't he run for president?
Mitt Romney did. Not
Oh,
his dad.
his
But
dad
his-
could only be a senator.
The
Sorry, I
reason they were
misunderstood.
all down there in the first place is because a shit ton of Mormons moved to Mexico in the 1800s to avoid polygamy laws. And now
As you do.
there's 2 massive colonies of Mormons in Mexico that are
in the Catholic world.
Yes, and they just look like normal fucking American neighborhoods, green lawns, sprinklers, everything,
Right.
and it's smack dab in the middle of Mexico.
Yeah, so they're not hated at all.
Yeah, and
for
they have to fight off
by
the
the
cartels with guns and
poverty-stricken
shit.
shit
Yeah.
that's
Right.
going on. Yeah, but I mean, you can't have an ally there. I mean, if you're
Well, no,
living in
the
that.
federales are their allies because they're the only people that the federales can trust. I don't know why the fuck I'm calling them federales. The fucking Mexican police can trust.
Yeah.
That's true, Matthew. Matthew says they are also going through a huge PR move to change identity from Mormon back to Latter-day Saints, or the full name, because the name
Mormon has negative connotation. Everybody
Right.
thinks of polygamy and all the rest of that. And the
Right.
what's the guy that was? It's not recent now, but he was still leading like a. God, Orthodox sounds like the wrong word, but an Orthodox Mormon sect that was still into the.
Oh, in Colorado City.
That was him, right? It was
I can't
Jeppers.
remember
Was
his-
it? Was
the
it?
Jeppers
were they-
might be right. Yeah,
Were
the
they into
Jeppers
blood
family.
right and shit?
Yeah,
Everything
Really?
as far
Yeah.
as I know, it was
Jesus.
all the old laws or whatever it
a
was.
lot of
and
pedophilia
yeah,
going on. And
yeah,
so,
he was. Yeah,
fun fact:
yeah.
Colorado is one of the few states that does not have age restriction on marriage.
I had heard that.
And so Mormons, they passed that a while back, or Latter-day Saints passed it a while back, where you had to be at least 17 to
Right.
get married, or it may be even 18 now.
Yeah.
So they come over here because they can marry their cousins, and they can marry 16-year-old kids. Because true Mormonism has arrangement.
But
in
see,
marriage.
and this is what kills me. We're talking about performing traditional quote-unquote marriages that way, but we're freaked out that 2 women or 2 men want to walk down the aisle and
Right.
profess their love in front of a room full of people.
Right.
and get
Fuck
presents.
kids.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You'd
Where
be
are we
right,
going?
they're
What are we
16.
doing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Religion is fucked up territory to
Yeah.
even go in.
Yeah, it is.
What's the next story?
yeah.
So the next story is it's just a little stupid story about a lady mistaking a Spider-Man statue for devil horns. She wrote a letter to the mayor calling it a hate crime against Christianity.
Oh, yeah.
This is why, well,
In Lincoln, Nebraska.
like,
Yeah.
I'm not leaving this world early. Like, I'm not, because this stuff is going to keep happening.
Yeah.
I just want to watch it. I love to watch people sort of self-destruct
Satan?
over this
Yes.
kind of shit, man. Yeah, right? The Mr.
Potato
Potato Head
Satan.
Satan dog.
Potato Satan.
Unbelievable, man. It's yeah.
This
Was
is such a Nebraska story.
Yeah.
Like, this is in Lincoln, Nebraska.
The only thing that would have been better is if this woman wasn't from the area and had read an Onion article about something like this and
Yes.
then started the campaign.
Yes.
I think that's what happened to Harry Potter, if I remember
Yep.
correctly.
Yeah.
Somebody read an Onion article and went, "It's anti-Christian."
Yep.
Something
Lord.
like that happened back in the 60s with a guy who was best friends with Mel Brooks, where he started this whole political movement to say that it was immoral for animals not to wear clothes.
Yeah.
And for like a good 2 or 3 years, people were legitimately trying to get cows and horses to wear pants. That's a real part of American history.
Well, I mean,
That is why a constitutional republic works so
what
goddamn
is it,
well.
Right.
Bill Murray and Hunter S. Thompson used to go and lobby to create fucked up laws like that
yeah.
together. They would troll the government. That was their thing. Like, together, they would
Dude.
troll the government.
I've only read Hell's Angels by Hunter S. Thompson,
Oh,
but that was just an
amazing.
amazing book, dude.
One of these days-
the fact that he's still alive, holy,
Not
not
anymore,
anymore,
but
obviously,
back
but that he
then,
lived
yeah.
through that experience because
Yeah.
they stomped him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. If you read ones like The Great White Shark Hunt, that are a collection of these stories he penned. Some of them weren't allowed to be published.
I would, yeah.
I mean, like Hell's Angels,
Yeah.
only a portion was published and released.
Yeah, you can see why a lot of that stuff wasn't put out there. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, we had lunch with him when
Really?
I was in high school. That
That's
was a cool
fucking
experience.
awesome.
with Hunter S. Thompson. Oh
And our
man!
school set it up, or our English teacher set it up.
Oh, dude, that's
How the-
ridiculous.
It was cool. There were 5 of us that got to do it. And,
You're a little bit too young for me to imagine that there wasn't some picketing and, I mean, come on.
No, wait, I went to an alternative school, so it wasn't anything like
They
that.
had the best
Hold on a
drugs.
second.
They had the best drugs. I thought it was sexual
This
majors.
is why
It's
Hunter S.
drugs.
Thompson agreed to go there in the
So
first
we
place because they
wrote
have
letters to him as to why he, like our English teacher let us read Fear and Loathing and stuff like that as our required books.
That's awesome.
And it because he was a journalist. He would get himself into fucked up situations to be a journalist. And he did. He wrote some incredible shit. He also tackled senators.
See,
and
right?
shit.
Yeah.
And like now, like when you read stuff like Hunter S. Thompson, those guys that went out and did that, now you understand why people got so upset when some of those news anchors sort of faked their background and where they had been. You realize, man, it's like, hey, some of these people do that. Like they get shot at on a daily basis. So if you to make up some story, you know, that's a serious
what's his
disrespect.
name? Brian.
Yeah, with
Brian Williams?
Brian Williams.
Williams.
Is that it? Like
Who,
the fucking guy from NBC?
who said he was on a plane that got, or a helicopter,
helicopter
that
got shot down,
That he didn't.
No, that's not okay, man.
Yeah.
I also got to watch Hunter S. Thompson get shot out the cannon when he died.
Did you really?
Up in Alcan.
Oh, Depp paid for that, didn't he?
He was there?
And Murray. Yeah, they were both there. They were the ones who
Bill
lit
Murray,
it off.
yeah.
Did you get to meet them at all?
No.
Got
I've
it.
met Johnny Depp once.
Was he okay, or was
He was alright.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think he seems like if you get him sort of just one-on-one, he'd be the guy that would talk to you. But Murray's the guy that killed me.
It wasn't
Right.
a lot of one-on-one, but he recorded, he was here doing some filming, not in Fort Collins, but in Colorado. In his punk rock roots, you know, he loved the blasting room.
Okay.
And he actually recorded, he did a tribute album with somebody that he recorded guitar on, and then he was also recording for Hollywood Vampires here at the blasting room.
Is that his band with like, it's like him
With
and
Joe Perry and
Alice
Okay.
Cooper. Yep.
Yeah.
So great.
Huh.
Yeah.
I thought Joe Perry was dead.
He's never gonna
He
die.
should.
No, it's gonna be him and Richards. I think are gonna duke it out at the end of the world, man. Like those gonna be the two. We were all wrong.
Who's the lead guy of Aerosmith again? Steven
Tyler.
Steven
The
Tyler.
old lady?
Yeah, the old lady.
Yeah.
Fucking, he's insane too.
Steven Tyler looks
Like,
like
did
someone
you
who
guys
wants
see
to
him
speak
on,
to your manager?
Did you guys see him on Joe Rogan's podcast?
Yes.
He brought a fucking crystal ball with
Yep.
him. A literal, like, actual crystal bowling
that
ball and a
was
fucking
right,
velvet
man.
pillow.
My brother's grandma,
Yeah.
not my, were different fathers.
Okay.
His grandma is a very famous psychic, Ann Staley. And I mean, really,
Yeah,
world famous
I know the
psychic.
name.
She actually worked with the FBI on JFK's thing, and she's a crazy lady.
Yes.
She lives in 5 Points of Denver, like right on Martin Luther King Boulevard. She's one of the few white women down there who owns her home, and is very well respected amongst them. But she was also a seamstress for years for the Pepsi Center. And Steven Tyler heard about her through his crazy shit with psychics and everything. And so that night that they played the Pepsi Center, and it was a big show, he purposely cut off access to fans and went and spent the whole night talking with
her?
my step-grandma, I guess.
Oh, yeah,
that's awesome.
Half-grandma. But now he calls her all the time. Like,
Is she alive?
yeah.
Okay.
I've heard he's like a super chill dude. Like he's helping people pump gas and shit.
Yeah.
Like
He's like the Tom Hanks of music.
Yeah, right. Like I got to see them live in Boston.
Oh,
well,
they're still killing it too.
No, this was way back. This was actually on the Permanent Vacation tour.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw them on New Year's Eve. I spent New Year's Eve with Aerosmith. Dokken opened for them.
Oh my God,
I was in row 7, and I got hit with some of Don Dokken's drink that he threw in the
We
crowd.
played with Dokken.
No shit, like because it's just Don now, isn't it? Doesn't like
Yeah,
doesn't,
yeah. This was like 12
You knew,
years ago.
you knew when you had to be Dokken featuring Don Dokken, there was going to be an ego problem somewhere along the line there. That was, but yeah, man, we saw them.
We opened for
7th row, man. Yeah, I wanted because who was it? Was it Lynch that played guitar for Dokken? George Lynch?
Yeah.
Who actually went away from them and did Lynch Mob, which was much heavier, if I remember correctly.
Lynch Mob was much heavier. Yeah.
Yeah, but he
Lynch-
threw a
Lynch
handful
Mob,
of
too.
he threw a handful of picks in the audience, and I leaned forward because we were all standing up on the folding chairs. By then, I was in the 7th row, man.
Yeah.
So closest I had ever been. So we all stood up and I watched the pit and I went, and then just this avalanche of people just started murdering themselves like lemmings on these metal folding chairs to get these pics. And I was like, I'm good, I'll just watch the show.
It's for a fucking piece of plastic.
Right?
Yeah.
In the chat room,
I'll go buy one and tell somebody.
Matthew says, Christians in the U.S., oh my God, Starbucks has a red holiday cup. We are so persecuted. Christians in nearly every other part of the world, what? We can't hear you over the sounds of thousands of us being jailed and murdered. That's so true.
Yeah.
He also says, yo, Adrian, my dude, love these guys. Thank you, we love you.
Hey, all right, man.
That's why we do this.
Yes, for you, Adrian.
Absolutely.
Last story, though. on
So
this.
the last story
Yes.
is that they have found thousands of bones in the Vatican in the search for a missing teen from 1983.
Yes.
Shocking.
Yeah.
So this
I
girl,
don't-
this
I
has
would-
been
you're gonna
big
have to come up with
story.
some kind of Shyamalan twist
Some
to make me
Scooby-Doo
surprised
type
by this
shit
fucking
here.
story. I cannot lie,
It's
gang.
not children
Like they
bones.
didn't do
Yeah, right. Like there wasn't a
What the
direct
fuck?
result of whoever was living in the big house at the time. I'm not,
So they're looking for the teen because they're
They're
afraid
looking
he's
for
talk.
this teen who went missing.
Okay.
And they had gotten this has been a cold case for a long time, and so somebody put an anonymous tip out to check under this particular tube. And they went and they'd had enough research and shit
Yeah.
that it could be.
So they had reasonable.
Yeah, so they
okay.
go crack open this tomb,
Tom
And
Hanks is
they
going to be in
find-
this movie.
thousands of
Yeah.
bones.
This
hidden
is
in
Da
it.
Vinci
they all
Code
human?
3.
They are.
Wow.
They are all human bones. And that's the thing, is the Vatican has its own governance.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
they-
everything that happens inside that walls, and oddly enough, it sounds
what happens in the Vatican stays in the
yeah,
Vatican.
but even
Like
better
there are
than Vegas somehow.
Yeah.
Because again, the mafia is probably also involved with
They
the
are.
Vatican.
Yeah, I mean, we've all seen the Tom Hanks movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be Da Vinci Code 3. I
Yep.
would imagine
Yep.
it's going to be.
So
As long as they bring back Paul Bettany,
Crazy.
I like it.
It's a 36-year-old case of a girl,
thank you.
the daughter of a Vatican clerk who went missing. They've never really said why. This is a thing, but
like,
she.
why is this coming back
there's
now?
theories that she's got information, or she had information
Because
Yeah.
of the Vatican
on
clerk.
the sex trafficking and shit that was going on. So this is a real crazy
Yeah,
thing,
but so
and
did
then
Mark
you
Ruffalo,
crack
apparently,
it
and he didn't
open.
disappear. I mean,
And they found in the mid 1800s.
They found a couple other tombs that were completely empty.
but I mean, have they dated any of the bones yet?
They're looking at it.
Okay, because I mean, you're going to have to figure out how old those bones are,
Right.
otherwise.
And it probably varies because
Yeah.
who knows when they quit using it? Like they could have just been last
So-
Tuesday.
That's fair.
The last time they did construction on this area was 60 years ago.
Damn.
So
Okay,
these
so they would
bones
have to
had
be-
to have come up within the
last 60 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're talking about something worth investigating.
Yeah.
I mean, you open this thing up and it's like, there are thousands of bones from 1546.
You're right.
Oh,
But
shit.
there's that one dogged detective.
Yeah, right. Just
Still out
sifts
there
through the
going,
entire pile going,
"Where's that
if I was
girl?
going to hide
Where's
her,
that girl?"
I'd hide her under this garbage. and they're just
bones.
slinging bones over his shoulder.
Gruff's got a.
I know it's in here. So I was wrong. It's not Da Vinci Code. It's Turner and Hooch.
Yeah,
I was so wrong. I'm so sorry.
Turner and Hooch 2.
I'm so sorry. I can't believe I missed
The
that.
big thing
Turner and Hooch 2. Who killed all these kids?
Killed all these kids.
is of these tombs, there was the idea that two 19th century princesses were believed to be buried in these tombs, but then they got an anonymous tip that there's more than that.
Than just that. Yeah, it certainly
And
seems that way.
Quite a few princesses.
Those were big princesses.
Yeah.
If they investigate this and find out that some of these bones are pretty recent, which they can do carbon datation.
Yeah, that's
stuff
what,
like that.
what I'm waiting for. Absolutely.
That's a huge issue
Yeah.
for the Vatican.
Another.
Right.
That's a big. I mean,
Is it?
this might be bigger.
Is it though?
Yes. Yes.
Well,
'cause
the
that means
problem
they're
is-
fucking burying
the problem
people
is
right and left.
But what the problem there is that if this turns out to be something, and if there's any hint that that they identify these people and they were in a position to know what all these people are talking about, then suddenly that's another, like, now it's not just a conspiracy theory. Now we're
Who are they
talking
gonna
about
prosecute?
Yeah, fair enough.
Right.
Who's
Yeah.
gonna? No one's going down for this.
Yeah.
Or somebody
Or
will definitely
somebody.
go down for this, right?
Right.
They'll pick a bishop, a cardinal,
Yeah.
somebody high enough, so
It'll
it
be
seems
the
plausible.
Vatican fire of 2021
Yeah.
that wiped out the
Yeah,
current
this
pope
is the
and
Catholic
his.
Church we're talking.
Right.
They haven't been around as long as they
I
have.
mean, they haven't
made as much
shaped
money.
whole
Dude, you
empires.
gotta believe, right?
Yeah.
If
Without
pretty
knowing how to
much.
sidestep some
They've been
landmines.
running longer than a lot of governments.
Well, I mean,
They've outlasted a ton of democracies,
Oh, yeah.
and they were downfalls of tons of
Right,
democracies.
that's true.
you have whole courses on the Crusades which reveal exactly how bad the Catholics
Well-
behaved during that, and they're still there.
You
Yeah.
look at, like, true birth of Catholicism comes from Constantinian,
Right.
and he went from being leader of a pagan world to taking those pagan gods and
Yeah.
turning them into Catholic
Catholic,
God
the Catholic
and
God,
saints.
yeah, translating
and
all of that
using
into
those
one.
rules, because he saw lightning strike and thought a fucking god came to him 100 years after fucking Jesus was killed.
Right.
You know, or 300. It was 300 years. I actually have a Constantinian coin
Really?
from back then. He was one of the first leaders of the Catholic, the Roman
Yeah.
world that had coins.
Really?
What
That's
else?
fun. That's cool.
You gotta have someplace to keep your picture, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta remind everybody.
I mean, I don't know. I've got a weird fascination with that.
No, for sure.
Isn't that
That
where the
world.
I'm not much of a
East
world
comes
history
from
guy,
was,
but I dig history.
Coins?
More of a World War II
Wasn't
history guy.
that where like 666 comes from? Is because it was on Nero's coins?
Yep.
Yeah.
On Nero's coins, yeah.
Can I tell a quick story? Get some off my chest.
Absolutely.
This happened to me. This is I think this all kind of brought this whole. I went to visit my dad last week. He retired as a colonel in the Air Force. He's a Lutheran minister. Still preaches. He's like 74.
There you go. Thank you for your service,
and
by the way.
I don't know how much you know about Lutherans, but it is an offshoot of the Catholic
Yeah,
religion.
it's just Catholic light
Martin
is what I've heard it
Luther,
referred to as.
Right.
Yeah.
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 So,
Pesky guilt. but it's
well,
just
yeah,
rules.
all
Right,
that,
yeah.
and penance paying to get in. We're
Well, yeah, we're,
Yeah.
yeah.
and we drink more.
Save your money. Buy
So
around.
I dated this girl once. She was Catholic, and I lose things all the time. And she's like, "Oh, you just have to do the St. Anthony prayer.
Yep.
St. Anthony, St. Anthony."
St. Anthony. Yeah, I grew up
You've heard
Roman
that
Catholic.
before?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I
I
was
was an altar
my
boy.
mind was blown when she told me this.
Yeah.
I was like, "You gotta be kidding!"
Yeah.
Tried it. It worked twice in one weekend. Like I was.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm in the car, and my dad's like, "Yeah, the kids lost the Netflix remote." And I was like, "Oh, no problem. You know, I'll just figure out." We're in the car, and I'm like, and I teach them. They say that. My dad, and I look in the front, and my dad is seething. Like he's driving down the road, and like his knuckles
Man, right, just got bent.
I was staring. His knuckles got white, and he goes,
No.
"I can't believe my children are praying, my grandchildren are praying to saints in the backseat. I don't even know what's going on right now. I mean, what is he trying to teach them?" And I was just like, "Okay, I probably could have thought that one through a little bit better." But at the
Well, I mean,
same
yeah,
time,
Martin Luther was the start of the Protestant nation in the
Yeah,
Lutheran
that was
world. and
that was the first serious challenge to supremacy in that realm that the Catholic Church had ever
Yeah.
seen.
did he forgive you? Did you do
I
like
found
10
a
Hail
Netflix
Marys?
remote.
That's no shit, man.
So-
St. Anthony kept me from getting grounded a
Did he-
lot when I was a kid, man.
Nice.
That is
Did he
no
write out the
joke.
99 problems that he had with you teaching your
Oh.
kids St. Anthony's?
He would have, but he had to go plug into his dialysis machine. So, I don't know. I'm sure I'll get a strongly worded email.
I don't doubt it.
That's fucking
I don't
great.
doubt
Are
it.
you still raising pagan children?
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah,
remember-
so 100%.
I remember my dad's sister married into an Italian family, the Scarpellos. You need to know how Italian, but they were Italian. They were great. I love them. I love all of them.
Yeah.
And we would go over and we would have dinner, like Sunday dinner, or sometimes we'd go over on like a Wednesday and we would do dinner, spaghetti dinner over at Aunt Anne Marie's house, and we'd sit down. And I remember one time I was there without my parents. It was just me and my sister. And they said grace. And I didn't say anything because we didn't say grace. It wasn't we didn't say it. So I didn't say nothing. So we finish, and the youngest looks at Mom and goes, "Mom, Cousin Bobby didn't say grace." And I'll never forget it. My aunt goes,
Snitches.
"Well, he probably doesn't know it." And I said, like an idiot. I went, no, I know it. And she went, well, the next time you'll say it. And I was like, yeah, you're absolutely right, I will.
Don't kill me.
Absolutely. And she like, it was just, bam, that was it, man. Point taken, we're good.
Italian Catholics
Yeah.
are
Oh, man.
up there.
Yeah, I was an altar
I'd
boy
say
at St.
Mexican
Francis,
Catholic.
man.
Like, Mexican Catholic is a different world.
Oh, that's a whole different world.
Not
Oh.
Spanish, Mexican
Irish
Catholic.
Catholic's another one.
Yeah.
I grew up Roman Catholic. Irish Catholic is a whole different ballgame.
So my
Yeah.
family's pretty Irish.
Yeah,
Catholic,
if they
yeah.
grew up like
No.
they seriously, man, they would say the mass in Latin
Yep.
forever.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
they finally switched over in like the '80s from saying the
Yep.
mass in Latin.
I mean, I remember growing up and seeing both masses. You'd be
Yeah.
there for the Irish mass or the Latin mass.
The
and
Latin
then
mass and then and then the English, man, like they would translate for for all those dumb kids. Man.
Right.
I did
Like
take
we had
Latin.
an Irish, because in the Catholic realm, you have your own family priest.
Yeah.
That,
Oh,
that
yeah,
do
you do.
things. And our family priest was very Irish. Very Irish. I mean, shit, I have the Holly family Bible up there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right
And-
there. That's from Buddy Holly's
Right.
family. Like,
And then,
Really?
wow, no,
That's
wow,
fucking crazy.
that's awesome.
That Bible right there, he got married with.
That's
Damn.
awesome.
That's fucking
You
crazy.
see, I grew up Roman Catholic, and we had the parish priest who was responsible for neighborhoods. But it was funny because where I'm from, it wasn't like in New York. It was literally neighborhoods. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like for these 6 blocks belong to Our Lady of Great Agony, and these 6
Yeah.
blocks belong to Our Lady of Perpetual Motion, and never the twain shall meet, and all the rest of that. We had parish that we came from all over the city to go to St. Francis.
Right, yeah.
And it was, man. I mean, I remember they had the Holy Name Society and all that stuff, man. I grew
Then
up in
you
the
got
church.
to the side sects of like St. Francis Episcopal.
Right, see, and
shit
that's
like that.
that's the
got
other thing
weird.
is because the saints were like the gods in the other pantheons.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it was like Saint Anthony was the patron saint of lost causes and things like that, and Saint Francis was a patron saint of animals or so I don't remember,
And
but they were
travels.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was like that's what it was. The saints sort of represented all the different aspects of life, which is how they got away with stealing all of the other gods and saying,
Right.
"Oh no, we have them. We just made them better." I guess. I don't know how they sold it.
Yeah,
A lot of
brother.
force. I think it was a hard
But-
sell.
You know, to be honest, the Romans,
A lot of force.
the Romans just did that with the Greek gods. Like they barely covered them. They just changed the names basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
because like they had all that architecture
The
built for the
pagan
old gods.
gods.
Yeah.
So they just changed.
Yeah,
it.
but they had thoroughly beaten. So I mean, they felt like they really had to.
Nah. But I mean, like it was probably just easier to keep the old shit up and then change the
That makes
new
sense.
gods.
Yeah.
Switch some dates around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because like the Romans were really good about that shit. Like I remember hearing about how after Nero died, they built this like giant bronze sculpture to him, right? And but the entire city hated him because he burned down shit just so he could rebuild it. So he wanted to. So like in the general who took over after him thought, let's just put a crown on it and make it to the sun god because he just kind of looks like the sun god anyway. And then that's what they did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Like rather than getting rid of that fucking thing,
Right.
they just put a crown on it.
History is written by the
Yeah.
winners.
Jesus,
Right?
that's not Nero.
That's not Nero. I know who that
You
is.
know, you can't just spend your money everywhere.
Yeah.
Churches aren't cheap.
Exactly.
Good joke, right? Can't afford a brand new statue, but if we put a crown on it, it's a one size fits all.
Exactly.
Now let's go have an orgy.
Right? That's it. Now
We're
to the wine.
You get to pick the next topic, sweetheart. What
I
are you
want
going
to
for?
do the drugs don't work.
Oh shit,
Oh.
son.
So the police are saying that people are overdosing on a meth alternative made from wasp spray. And this is in West Virginia.
West
Okay,
Virginia.
that doesn't-
That makes sense.
Again, yeah, it would have to be more of a Shyamalan twist to make me go, oh no, really? Like, yeah. But okay, so West Virginia, we have
spray
people
meth.
dying from making wasp spray meth. For those
Yeah.
of you who weren't satisfied with the spice,
People die.
Right.
Sudafed meth.
Yeah.
I agree.
What? Like, is it? So it's flavors now? Is that what we're doing?
Right.
Like Doritos all of a
So
sudden?
I
this
think
can't
it's
be
just
good.
overdosing. I don't think anyone's died yet.
Okay, no one's actually
Thank
died.
goodness. They're
It's
just
amazing.
I don't know about
In
thank
places
goodness,
where-
bro. If you're willing to go this route,
right.
I mean,
yeah,
it's-
just buy meth.
In
you'd be
places
hard to
where-
convince me you're not a waste of resources at this point. Like, if they're
places
selling
where
you something worse
three
than meth,
people-
you're buying it?
Yeah.
Have been
places where,
huffing wasp repellent.
in places where like
these
good
and
drugs
these
exist.
three motherfuckers had
It's
better
like,
have been in
Steve
one room.
doesn't.
Yeah,
But
right.
they still
Just,
want,
oh, there's
still
a bee in the
people who want
room.
the shitty drugs. Like I was riding the bus the other day, and there's a guy who straight up asked me, "Hey man, do you know where I could buy some spice?" He asked me, "We're in fucking Fort Collins, Colorado."
Spice is illegal.
Yeah, that's why I told him. I was like, "Yeah,
But
spice
it's
is
just
illegal
awful,
here, man."
though,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like on top of.
Oh yeah, have you ever seen videos of people smoking it?
Yeah,
it is.
I did.
It's not a
creepy.
good
It
thing.
was horrible. It was the worst
Yeah.
thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Right.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Oh, you smoke it?
Yeah, I've
I've
never heard anybody go, man,
Yeah.
that spice was pretty fucking amazing.
No.
Not
Yeah.
once, dude. It's always been a horror story.
It took control of my entire body. Like,
Yeah.
And I was sitting there with a friend of mine, and it felt like my bones were like 80 pounds, and I was
Jesus.
being crushed.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I literally ended up laying on this couch, and so did he. And I was like, "We're never doing this."
And
How
Spice
long
would
does it
create,
last?
Like synthetic episodes, or not synthetic, but psychotic episodes in people.
Yeah, I've
who are,
heard
like,
that. Too. How
demonic
long does it
episodes.
last?
Alright.
Depends on the brand.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it kind? I mean, because I know like weed, they say average is about 4 hours. You know,
about the
I usually
same.
get
I
about
have
15
friends-
minutes.
For
out of
the,
it.
yeah. But like that horrible first part
Yeah.
was like
Was that the
that
whole
was,
trip?
No,
or
no,
was
that was like 30 minutes.
wow, that's
Yeah.
too
But then you really
long.
spend the rest of the time, like the next hour and a half,
hoping it
being
doesn't
like,
happen again.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude, now I'm good.
Reach out.
I know this one chick who smoked a bowl of spice because she thought it was just regular weed, and she went into cardiac arrest
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
scary
I
shit.
accidentally smoked it once because
Yeah.
somebody was passing a
Yeah.
joint around, and I'm like, oh, cool, yeah, I'll fucking hit that. And then instantly I tasted burnt French toast. Like, that's the only way I can explain the flavor
So
of
they
it.
ruined two things. They
And it
ruined
was-
weed and French toast.
Right.
Fuck those guys.
And it,
Like
just,
that's
it made me feel uncomfortable in my own skin. Like
Oh.
truly, like my soul was
Yeah.
shaking under my skin.
that's fucked up,
Yeah.
man. No, nothing
It's
should
just
do
a
that
whole bunch
to
of
you.
chemicals they throw in there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's like flowering meth. What the fuck are we doing?
Here's the
Yeah.
thing: a lot of the true spice chemicals are such a crazy build to them that it won't attach to plants. Dead plant matter will push it away and not absorb it.
Damn.
And so a lot of spice would have to be statically charged. They would statically charge
In
the
order
plant
to- in order to
attach.
get-
and so it'd come in blister packs, like sound cards, would.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't discharge the actual chemical. Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
When a
there's
dead
something-
plant
yeah.
is rejecting what you're putting
Right.
on it.
And this is all because
Then you can sell it in
we
Boulder.
just can't.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's no question.
Right.
But Jesus, that's bad shit.
Yeah.
man. That's weird.
This is all because weed's bad to the eyes of the law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people who are doing it were on probation
Yep.
and,
Yeah.
and shit like that for.
And it doesn't show up on drug tests. That's a big part of why we
No,
do it, right?
but there are tests for it now.
Well,
Yeah.
I think LSD
better
is like
mousetrap
the
and such.
one thing that will probably never show up on a drug
They have
test.
to do a very
Yeah,
specific test.
They have
yeah.
to do spinal taps.
Yeah.
yeah, but if it's one of those things where if
Although
the
there are
person's
test
done
tests.
enough of it, you really
Really?
don't need to test.
Yeah.
Nah.
You can tell.
Like you're just right.
Right.
Yeah,
You just look in their
somebody
eyes.
better than me said it was like they're constantly on a 7-second delay. Like that's it, dude. You could just see the info going up and coming back down with the answer.
Right.
Yeah.
We thought about doing a tab roulette on here where we'd have 5 or 6 tabs of paper and one of them would be
just-
heavily dosed.
Oh.
And we'd all eat it right before the podcast, and one of us would get it, and
Boy,
to
that's
see
a-
what would happen with
it's
that.
It
not-
would have to be a 12-hour stream.
It's not that I'm opposed to it on any moral grounds, but I feel it necessary to disclose that I've never done hallucinogens personally. So
Oh.
probably not necessarily, but probably not. I would probably not be the guest for Tab Roulette,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that could go south
Well,
quickly
we would
for all of us.
disclose.
Okay, yeah, I would
yeah.
probably not ask to be on. Whew. No,
mean-
like I said, I like the idea. Don't get me wrong, but
Same.
yeah, and that would be a very long.
I mean,
You're in?
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Especially, I've never.
12-hour
I
stream?
mean, I think the most I've ever done is
Yeah.
like 3 tabs of white blotter. And it was a long time ago when it's legal for me to tell this story.
I'm gonna be the asshole that starts tripping and doesn't say anything, and
Yeah.
just lets everybody wait to start tripping.
Yeah, just manage, fight it, and hold it together for the entire podcast, or he
Yeah.
just gets paranoid as fuck. Ah, dude, there's a reason I like you, man. That's I dig it. As a non-drinker in a crowd full of drinkers, I dig when that's subversive shit.
I
Man,
took-
that's incredible.
About 8 hits off of a fucking corner of a paper on New Year's at Hoagies.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Who was playing that night?
It was open mic night.
Oh my
and
god!
I started peeking right when I got on stage.
Oh, how did that go?
It was one of the best sets I've ever had.
Did you record it? Tell me you recorded it.
Yes, somebody has a recording
All
of
right,
it.
because
That's fantastic.
I remember like one of the first times I was stoned when I got on stage, and everything just went. It was beautiful. Like it was so pretty. And then there's been so many times where I've just stepped all over my words and just forgot which direction I was going in, and you're just like, you idiot. It's the same shit, man. If you overdo it, you fuck it up.
What do we got here? Pat McCall, hell yeah. Oh, we're talking about spice in the room.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have in here.
Pat McCall.
I just found out I am mostly Irish DNA-wise. That's where it goes back. I just, Slayantha, Wasping. Oh, Wasping. Yeah.
Tell me, is that the name for it? Is
That's
it
gonna be now.
Jesse Wilson says, my
It has
boy
to be.
Bob Gaudet.
What's up?
He actually, thank you, Jesse, for starting the watch party on this.
Yeah, man.
Back in my day, we just sniffed magic markers, Matthew says.
We still do that.
Pat McCall says, y'all talking about K2? Yes, sir, we are.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Come on, work. There we go. Yeah, spice. Hell yeah.
On some of it?
One
Does he have,
time
like,
I
a
smoked
shit ton of
spice
messages?
and watched Iggy Azalea videos for 18 hours, Pat says.
That changes my view of Pat McCall and explains so much to me right now.
One time I smoked 26 tabs of acid and just watched Iggy Azalea videos for about 23 hours. That reminds me of the time I smoked hash and watched Iggy Azalea videos for 89 hours. Jesus.
Couldn't raise an arm to
Is there
get...
enough Iggy Azalea videos?
No,
He's just rewatching shit at that point.
But there are the remixes, and then
Iggy
there's
Azalea.
the fan remixes, and then there's, I mean, YouTube will help you out if you really want to be there that long.
YouTube.
Go down the hole, man.
Iggy Azalea has about as much hours online as most college professors recording their lectures.
Yeah.
And Pat McCall's watched all of them.
All of them, even the bootleg stuff.
See the one where she fell off the stage?
Anybody ever see the video of Fergie pissing herself
I
on
have
the
seen
stage?
that video.
Classic.
You're right.
That's that. I'm talking about falling off the stage. I remember coming home one night to show you how old I am when Bob Dole was running for president, and it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I was still drinking then, I believe. So I was probably half hammered, and he leaned over to shake hands, and the fucking fake railing just fucking gave.
Yep, and he busted his
My
head.
man just straight into the audience, and all I could think was, that's fantastic. There's going to be a bunch of 18-year-old vacuum heads that catch this on their way to school tomorrow, and suddenly Bob Dole stage dives, and he's our next fucking president.
Well, him and Clinton were some of the first to do MTV.
Yeah, and Clinton did Arsenio Hall, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Bob Dole did Saturday Night Live.
God damn, dude. I love people like that who don't take themselves too seriously, like Steinbrenner.
Yeah.
You ever watch any of the Saturday Night Lives that George Steinbrenner's on? Those are beautiful, man. When he plays the supermarket owner that won't fire Kevin Nealon, even though he's the worst fuck up on the planet.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hartman desperately wants to fucking, or Phil Hartman, excuse me, desperately wants to fire him. And because dude had a reputation for firing everybody, man. Oh, God.
Classic. What's the other story here?
The other story is about a Pennsylvania father that was arrested for killing a teen that he thought got his daughter hooked on drugs.
Oh my God.
Like Batman syndrome gone wrong? Is that what we're...
Well, what's the
Hashtag make a death wish.
I'm trying to improve my daughter's outlook on life. I'm going to take yours.
Right?
Depending on the drugs. I mean, honestly,
Right.
you know.
Is
it West Virginia again, or where are we now?
It's Pennsylvania. So
close
it
enough.
said that the daughter was sneaking out to smoke pot and do cocaine with this guy.
All right. Well, I mean, if you got my kid into cocaine, I'd probably hand you a beating. Like, I don't think I'd kill anybody, but I'd probably hand you a fucking beating.
He's got crazy eyes, though. You should bring up the picture of him.
Because that's a one-shot fucking
And the
deal
only
on
thing
occasion.
wrong with that title is the word
Jesus Christ, that guy's on.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
If it was true,
Because it's been, I'm pretty
if
sure.
it was man accidentally beats to death guy who got his daughter
that's
hooked,
Yeah.
That's a much different story.
Yeah, it is.
He
but
shot this guy.
And
Yeah, he
he's
drove up to
17.
his pizza
His
shop.
work as he was working, or
you can't.
as he was leaving
No, that's
work, shot him 5
Yeah.
or 6 times.
Yeah.
That's
Jesus
overkill.
Christ.
That's
With those crazy
ridiculous.
eyes.
Yeah, no, you can see that he did it.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Jesse Wilson.
I bet he
You know
hasn't
what
blinked
it
since he
is,
killed
dude,
that
is he
kid.
found the coke stash and he tested
Did it, yeah.
Yeah.
and was like, "Fuck, this is fucking cocaine. I'm gonna kill that son of a bitch."
Yeah.
That's good cocaine.
Right? That's it, man. Let's go.
He just shot out his tires and went home.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Right? Shoot out his porch light like a decent human being and
Yeah.
drive the fuck home,
Yep.
man.
He did this while his daughter and wife were shopping at the mall.
Jesus.
So you just dropped them
I'll
over
be
the
right
mall
back,
and
honey.
just rolled over.
Contacted this dude and
See, because the only poetic justice would have been as if it was daughter or his wife or both were in there getting a pizza at the time he just opened up on this kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, but that'd be true crime and passion. How did we get that? How did he know? Like this, I feel like there's got to be more.
There has to
I
be.
want this backstory.
There can't be the dude planned it, so I mean it's not necessarily a true
Yeah,
crime
but
of
like
passion.
you know,
I mean,
was
this dude,
it like a maybe he posted like a Craigslist thing? You know?
Oh, it's a mercy kill.
Yeah, like,
the guy was in suffering, so that's
Yeah.
why he got killed.
Yeah.
Is that what it was saying?
Addicted.
That's pretty much what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
got his daughter on drugs or coke. Wait, drugs or
Yeah,
coke.
on drugs or coke.
Like or the
Yeah.
beverage? Is
Yeah.
that like is this?
Yeah,
was
we're
it
a Pepsi family.
Was it a
Yeah.
Mormon household? Are we not allowed? So like, what
Shasta.
are we back to the religion thing again? I thought we were doing something else.
That sounds about right now.
I wonder how good the pizza is at Scusty's Super Pizza.
Probably to die for.
Oh, shit!
Heyo.
Oh.
There you go, man. Get
Yeah,
the
this
Jeff,
is
get
a
the
great
Jeff Sack
story.
pie, bro.
Yeah.
Jeff Sack Memorial Pie, extra everything, bro.
It's doing it again.
Yeah.
Is it back?
Yeah. It's
Well, at least you got that
that was some
epic high
beautiful
five.
wordplay.
If you want to
That
help
shit
us
was-
get a new video switcher, you can donate to us through
Right.
our Venmo,
Mm-hmm.
our Zelle, our Cash App,
That's-
or Facebook. We also take PayPal.
Yep.
We are trying to raise money to get this new video switcher. It's about $1,800.
Are we close?
It will not
Are we
change the
doing? We're
content.
not.
No, not the
No,
content,
it won't
just
change the
quality.
content. It will just
Quality
of
more
what you see in
consistently,
here.
if I understand
It'll
correctly.
make it better. So yeah, we apologize for it cutting in and out. That's actually a device problem.
It's also my personality, so I cut in and out too. So anyway,
Yeah.
if I time it right, they won't even notice.
nice.
We have time to cover one more topic, right?
Yes.
Yeah, man, I ain't gotta work. I ain't gotta
And
work
real
till
quick,
Thursday, bro.
the special pizza for the thing.
Scusty's?
Yes, little black olives that look like bullet holes all over it. No, we're just 5 or 6.
Extra tomato sauce to
Yes.
represent the
It's
blood.
No cheese.
Yeah,
That's it,
no
dude.
cheese.
That's it. Get it a side of mott stick shaped like tombstones.
Trying to figure out.
Was it really called Scuzzy's Pizza?
Yep.
Yep.
That's the worst fucking name for a pizza place
is it
I've ever
Pennsylvania?
heard. Like
Pennsylvania,
Scuzzy. You guys
Scuzzy.
remember
Scuzzy.
Itchy's
That's-
flea market?
That's Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
That
Touch, not
is
knowing what
like
that
who the
shit
fuck would
means.
want to go to a place called Itchy's?
There used to be a tattoo shop in Longmont called Think Twice. If that's not a good fucking name for a business.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. But
That's the best name for a business.
A tattoo shop. That's what
Like,
I
way to
Okay.
weed them out on the drive-by. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's proactive stopping idiots from showing up at your doorstep being upset that
it's
they
not.
got what they
If they're-
paid for.
If they're really dumb enough, they'll.
Fair. The savable ones you'll save.
Right.
The other ones will
If you
go. What are we?
want to.
What is what?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with That's Where It's Happening.
Oh
That's
yeah.
our last
Florida
topic.
trying desperately to outpace Oklahoma
Florida?
again for the
Always,
lead.
right?
Yeah.
4 teens escaped juvenile justice facility in Florida after staging a fight.
That's amazing.
This was in Jacksonville. They
Yeah.
were staging a fight in their room and then escaped and
Yeah.
stole a vehicle.
This is the kind
Mackay
of shit.
Pfeiffer's gonna be in this movie.
This is the kind of shit that happens when you let them watch Parent Trap in fucking incarceration,
Yeah.
man. What the fuck are you doing? Don't give them ideas.
Right.
They
all the-
watched The Rock.
All the
And Con Air.
yeah, all the Disney shows are all about fucking kids outwitting adults, man.
Yeah.
They just fucking figured it out.
Don't show them Star Trek.
So they attacked some staff members who came to stop the fight on Saturday, and then they fought with staff in the control room and released the front door. They then stole a staff member's cell phone and car keys and fled in her bronze 2015
So, what part of-
Infinity Q.
Which was a
Inside,
terrible,
inside job.
which was a
Yeah.
terrible idea
What part of this
considering
was staged? This
that
just
they can
sounds like
track
they
cell
straight up
phones.
fought the
Well,
guard.
they staged a fight to
Oh.
get the staff to come in.
right,
and
to draw
fought
the staff in,
Yeah.
and then fought the staff because apparently that topic hadn't been covered at the staff meeting.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no possibility that they will ever do
But-
anything like a ruse.
Real quick, can we just say that Jacksonville Police Department should get way better fucking fonts for their captions on
I
the fucking
agree.
thumbnail.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst thumbnail I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
This is the worst
Like-
graphic design I've ever
Yeah,
seen. It's like
it's-
made with Microsoft Paint.
right.
Yeah.
Badly
Yeah, it's bad.
made with like what is?
It's like, I
So
don't-
they captured one guy. Is that what it says?
it says that it looks like they captured all of them. Or
Oh, did they
two of them.
recapture?
Three have been located.
3 have been located, and one is a SoundCloud rapper now.
Yeah.
So you'll
Yep.
never get him.
He's too big now.
Yeah, he's forgetting, dude. He's not going to jail.
Fire mixtapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not
It's called
going
I
to jail.
fucking
man.
escaped.
Whatever happened to Tekashi 6ix9ine being in witness protection? Did
Well,
he-
he's
did
in
he-
witness protection.
You're
You
right.
didn't hear about
I
it.
know, but I just
How-
desperately want to see the blurb that says somebody found out who he was and just finished
when
it
you
up.
have
I mean,
69
Jesus,
tattooed on
yeah,
your
you
face like
can't.
8 times.
Right.
Like, did they just...
We can't move him to
What
Georgia.
did
The
they do?
community will rub all the foundation off. They'll spot him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, like, what did they do to change his identity? Is he just a juggalo now
He has to
forever?
wear
Yeah.
makeup.
Yeah,
No.
He,
right.
he plays the accordion.
Mrs.
indoors.
Doubtfire.
Yeah.
He's gonna wear a fat suit all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like that. That needs to be a reality TV show.
Tekashi 6ix9ine is missed out by.
Yes.
That would be fucking great.
That is beauty.
Oh my god.
That is
I'd pay to
beauty.
see it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'd buy an app to watch that one. That's for sure.
Such a terrible rapper.
Right. That's such a terrible person.
Like I feel bad. Like
He's convicted pedophile.
is it like my son is
A couple
into
times.
SoundCloud rappers?
I think.
That's
I only
his
heard about the
genre of
one
music
time.
now.
Yeah.
man.
But
And
which
I'm
I
the
think
only
there's a couple.
person that will let him play his music
Yeah.
in my car because it has the Bluetooth. So he's like,
SoundCloud rappers is a genre of music.
it's
Yeah.
well,
is
to me
now.
it is. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like it's the same basic guys over and over again telling me how hard they are. And look,
They're all
not for
white.
nothing, man. I'm not qualified to criticize hip hop music or rap music. But if you end every sentence with the N-word, the lines are gonna rhyme. That's kind of lazy to me. I'm just saying.
Lil Wayne did it.
It's not, and he like every once in a while he'll find some that I really like. There's been several songs that he's come up with, and I'm like, I could, yeah,
I get down with this.
I figure out I'd make him tell me who the guy is so I can look him up later. But well, there's just a lot of the same stuff floating around out there, which I guess that happens in all genres of music.
You
Somebody
need to
finds
be a
something.
SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah, get face tattoos and shit.
I mean, Nick Sandville, technically, I would say, was a SoundCloud
Yeah.
rapper until
Yeah.
fairly recent.
And I would say one of the better ones.
Oh,
which is
he's a
why
killer.
he's
He's
past
fucking
that,
killer.
dude. Yeah, I slept on that. Dude, I had the T-shirt and everything, and I slept on that great awful album, and I finally.
The Great Awful
That was
great.
good,
and
dude.
then his new solo album
Yeah.
is really good. We're actually going to be having Nick and I think Joe Henry, Phono Sapien,
Yeah.
on next month.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice. I gotta make sure I tune into that one. I like Nick. Nick's a good dude. I
Such a
remember
good
him.
dude.
I knew him long before I knew he rapped.
Yeah.
Because he was always Nick behind the bar, man.
So-
when we did Hoodies.
He's been rapping here for a long time.
Yeah,
Since
so
he
it's
was
probably one of
younger,
those that I just
yeah.
didn't realize that he was doing it the way he was doing it. But yeah.
'Cause I remember seeing him in Pink Elephants.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, I mean, dude, I didn't.
You should definitely be a SoundCloud rapper.
you should.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
Get cornrows.
We'll put you in blackface.
Yeah.
Oh.
What about
man,
neon
that'll
purple
be a-
face?
I like that.
Yeah, let's try
Black
something.
light reactive.
Yeah.
Ah, now we're
I mean, we're still gonna
talking.
offend somebody, but let's go with
Yeah,
smaller
but-
groups.
Fucking
Yeah,
Grimace
let's go
from
with some
McDonald's.
slightly
Joking
more
victims.
manageable violence that we'll be dealing with on this
Be
one.
like, I don't like that.
Right?
I don't
Like I mean,
that.
if we want to cross the furries, I'm fine with that or some shit. You know what I mean? But let's not go after too big of a group on this
Right.
first try.
I like that. Forever Scared. Good tattoo name.
You guys watch Your Mom's House at all? The podcast. Don't you think that fucking guy who shot the kid?
Kind
the
of Tom
kid-
Segura-ish.
Like
Well,
mixed
I was
with
thinking.
Bird.
I was actually thinking the Benadryl guy, the one who's like, you want to have a good time, take about 10 or 12 Benadryl, and then smoke some marijuana, and you'll have a good sexual time. Did you guys ever
I
see
know
that
who
video?
you're- yeah.
No, I see
Is
Tom
this
Segura.
documented? Is this something that?
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Does that work?
It's
I think that's what got him put on your mom's
Say,
house.
but you could
Yeah.
you could do it once, I would guess.
right. And then there's like another video of him just going absolutely batshit at the camera.
Yeah.
And he realized like, oh, this guy's on meth. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
fantastic.
he's not on Benadryl.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not Benadryl.
Right.
He's not sleepy at all.
Yeah, that's a lot.
He's very violent.
What's our next story?
So 5 guys were arrested for a fist fight at Five Guys.
Yes.
See, I used to work at a
This
Five
isn't
Guys.
already an ad campaign.
You're right.
That franchise is fucking sleeping.
I used to work at a Five Guys, and every day some asshole would come in and say, hey, there's more than 5 guys back there. Or, hey, I don't see 5 guys back there. And then now this fucking story comes out.
Yeah.
And now I just feel pity for everybody who has to work at Five Guys.
That's yeah.
What
about
about the one
girls?
here?
But the food's so
yeah,
good,
I worked
though,
at the
bro.
one right by the Target
so bad
off
for you,
of
but so
Harmony.
fucking
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
That one was, it was gross as fuck. It's not there anymore, so I can talk shit
They
on it
moved
now.
it.
Did they move it?
Yeah,
that's
just a
good.
couple
behind
blocks.
the Panera now.
One
Yeah,
of
they
the
just like
managers-
shoved it across the parking lot.
When we used to clean the line, one of the managers used to chew while he was cleaning the line.
Oh, see that? I used to eat there, man.
Yeah, yeah. Are you
Kinda
glad I told you
bummer.
that?
Yeah. You know what, dude? It won't. They won't. They like it
Nah.
won't. I would like to say, wow, that's disgusting, and I will not be. Yeah, no, I will totally be that.
Yeah.
That food
Right.
is fucking bomb. I pray that that's not why. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it is bomb food. I can't lie.
But shout out to health inspectors. Thank you.
Yep.
Yes.
Word. We overlook some stuff, guys.
They can't
So we're-
get,
so they
get
just-
everything.
Right.
Juvenile males.
3
and 2 adult
juvenile
males.
adults were
Exactly.
charged with a fray and processed at the Martin County Jail in Florida. Under Florida law, a fray is a first-degree misdemeanor charge resulting from 2 or more people fighting in a public place.
That's amazing.
That is how they have to label it because it happens so much in Florida.
Right.
Well, that's like the one that happened here in Colorado with the Little League game.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That was
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking, bro. That was a Donnybrook by the adults. That was the weirdest fucking thing,
What,
dude.
what's worse, that one or like the Disneyland brawl? Did you guys see that
I'd say
one?
the
Disneyland.
both are pretty
Protect
bad.
that.
Yeah, that's a hard one
Right.
because both of those situations, you just went, there's no earthly way this ever should have gone this
Yeah.
far at this
At this
event.
location.
There's no way. There's simply no rational way. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to find you're gonna have to, like, you're gonna do a lot of explaining to tell me why
Literally
this
the
even
happiest
happened.
place on earth.
Yeah.
I'm like, how does that even happen?
But is it happier than Five Guys? Like,
Not for me.
Before
Correct,
or
no.
after you eat.
But I'm
Do
older.
that,
and
'cause I could not eat like a double and the fry. I couldn't do that and
Right.
then try
No,
to
you
fight
can't.
somebody.
Yeah, no.
right, you're gonna puke.
They
Yeah.
purposely fuck you over on that
No,
too,
that's
because
gonna have
whenever
to
you
be a
order a
hangry
normal burger,
situation.
it's always the double burger.
No.
Yeah, if you ever just say you want like a
The
normal
little
burger.
bacon, whatever it is.
Yeah, I always have to say it's the little one.
Oh,
if you want the
okay, so
single
you say
one.
burger, they
so
just
they
automatically-
emasculate you too.
The petite.
Yeah.
Nippity.
Nice.
And then the large fries, they give you like an entire other scoop of fries on top of the
Yeah.
fucking
Just in the
cup.
bag, they're like, your bag
Yeah.
needs
Yeah.
some.
Just so that we guarantee that this fucking gets grease all over your seats before you can get it home. Here's an extra fucking helping of fries
Right.
on us. I'm like, you know, guys, it's a lease. I gotta turn it the fuck back in. You could have helped me out.
Right. That goes drive with the shit on my lap.
I am-
This is the thing.
That's amazing. I almost started a fight in a
It's-
McDonald's.
Yeah? How'd
Yeah.
that happen?
Okay, the only reason, and I will, full disclaimer, the only reason that there wasn't a fight and probably that I didn't get my fucking head handed to me is because my friend was right behind me, and he's a lot bigger than I am. But we went to a McDonald's and they were short-staffed, like clearly short-staffed. And there were already people waiting when we got there. All I was gonna do was go through a line in the water, so I didn't care. I understood there was a wait, and I walked up and I ordered my food knowing I was gonna have to stand there. Okay. Dude comes in. All right, and he's got a Sturgis t-shirt and jeans. And he looks like he bought that Sturgis t-shirt from some dude who was on his way back from Sturgis selling them for $6 for 6 shirts out
Yeah.
of the trunk of his car. Like, he's
Right.
never been to Sturgis. He doesn't own a bike. So he comes in and he stands at the counter and the gal comes walking by. She's wearing a headset along with her visor. And as she goes by the counter, she doesn't even slow down, but as she goes by the counter, she's like, "How can I help you?" He assumes she's talking to him. So he starts his order. She stops him and explains that she's talking to the drive-thru and she'll be with him in just a minute. Now he's mad. And I can't figure out why. But I'll accept him being mad, but he's mad at her.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
he's mad at her. So she finally takes care of the person at the drive-thru. She gets back and she says, "I'm so sorry about the wait. What can I get for you?" Now he wants to ask her questions. What's going on back there? What are you, the CEO? You gonna fix some shit? What are
Yeah.
you doing? She said, "Well, we're very short-staffed. I'm so sorry." He's like, "Well, where's your manager?" Again, what do you think it's going to solve, bro? She's already answered your question.
Right.
She says very patiently, says, my manager is actually covering the other window in drive-thru because we've had 3 people call in sick. So he orders his food. She says, thank you very much. That'll be $7.62, whatever it is. And he goes, oh, I forgot my wallet in the car. I go, you gotta be kidding me! And he spun around like he was gonna fucking drop me at the soda fountain. And he looked over my shoulder and saw my boy standing behind me and went, I go, all of that, all of it, and you can't even pay for your food when you're finished ordering it? What the And I didn't swear because there were kids there, but I was like, really? So he stomps out, he gets his wallet, he comes back in. Everything is now tense, but not escalating anymore, right? Like, I'm getting daggerized, but my boy's still staying close to me, so nothing bad's gonna happen. He comes back in. Another group of kids comes in behind him, and he turns to them and says, hope you're not in a hurry. I go, yeah, somebody in front of you might forget their wallet. And he looks back at me and go, I was done, you started again! My buddy Josh was like, we need to get our food and get the fuck out of here before you test this guy's patience.
I almost got into a fight with a Mormon guy.
Nice.
At an Arby's, right outside Salt Lake City. And this guy, there's a big line, it's busy. I go in for curly fries, and this guy ordered food before me, was an asshole. We're waiting, understanding that they are short-staffed and that it's busy. And they hand a couple people that ordered before him his food, and he starts yelling, where's my food? Where's my food? And just fucking lays into this fucking 16-year-old kid.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, fucking calling him every name in the goddamn book.
Real badass, right?
Piece of shit. And he's got a Christian shirt on. And I'm just like, oh, that's not very Christian of you, is it? What the fuck did you just say to me? I'm like, well, you're berating a 16-year-old kid who doesn't get paid enough to deal with your bullshit.
Yes.
And everybody else here is waiting. You ordered after us.
Yeah.
Like,
None of us seem to be
it got
quite
bad.
as
His wife had to pull him away. I'm like, I'm ready to kick
Yeah,
this fucking
fuck
dude's
this, dude.
ass.
I got nothing else going on right now. I can clearly see it's going to take a while.
I wanted to fight a Mormon all
Right?
week.
All my damn life. Honey, get the phone out.
That's the first time I've ever heard of a
Let's
pissed off
stream your
Mormon,
ass
I
whoop
think.
into the
Oh,
cloud.
they think you're vicious.
You're
That
right.
guy was a piece of shit.
Yeah, because he probably has to be so nice to everybody when he's like going door
Yeah,
to
I guess
door.
if you got so many doors slammed in
And
your
then-
face, you might be a little bit short with me.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse.
No,
though,
it's
man.
not. But when you go to Arby's,
That's
you're
not
ready to
an
kill a
excuse.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Arby's just because I don't necessarily like.
I am
food.
craving Five Guys. Thank you.
Yeah, no joke, man. Are they gonna be open late enough for me to grab that on the way home?
I think
Well,
I'm gonna get some
obviously, this
McDonald's.
one stayed open till like 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah, well, that is your first mistake.
Right.
That's why they don't around here.
Well, it's Florida though.
Let's
Like
Yeah.
everything in Florida stays open until
It's a
12.
bad. Everything in Florida is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like it starts from
That's
the top
their state
down,
motto.
yeah.
We're a bad
Florida.
idea.
It's not a great idea. You know what I mean? Like we'll take it for now, but it's,
It's
not
a
great
bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
What's the Colorado state motto?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I know the Wyoming nickname is the Equality State.
Yeah, because
which is-
it's having a whole
They were the
shit
first
ton of-
state to allow women to vote.
Yeah.
It's almost like you have to appreciate their sense of satire at this point.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
they stopped there, didn't
Equality.
they? Like,
Yeah.
they stopped there. I mean, they let women vote, and then they pretty much shut it down at that
Yeah.
point. That's been an
And they're
ongoing
like, "God
social
damn it, we
experiment
regret
for a couple
this."
100 years now.
Right.
Oh, I hate that.
I think Colorado's is no, you can't smoke it in public. I think that's what they're. I think that's what's on the sign
But you,
now.
you can,
That's
just don't.
Yeah, but
be
now,
an
yeah,
asshole
right,
about it.
yeah.
Right.
And that's just it, man. It's just don't be an asshole about it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Don't smoke at somebody's
Are
funeral.
we rebroadcasting? Am I talking over
Unless
myself?
it's Tommy Chong.
It's just,
Right.
Yeah, it's the only time it's okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Go over this next
So,
story.
the next story is a Florida man allegedly used scissors to cut off the penis of his wife's lover. That's terrifying.
That's the first time I've ever heard Florida man and then allegedly.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You know
usually
what?
trying
Good
to
catch,
make
man. That was
Man, absolutely.
Good catch. Yeah, good catch. They don't usually bother with the allegedly. It's
Yeah.
usually
Yeah.
fact by the time they go to press.
Right.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Wow.
well
it's,
spotted.
Nil sign numin,
Jesus.
which means nothing without providence or nothing without the deity.
Okay.
All right.
So our state was started by cult leaders or something?
Apparently.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's an odd way to refer. I mean, the deity.
Look at this.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at this right here.
Yeah, that's pretty close to an
pre-communism.
Illuminati right there, isn't it? I mean, that's
I was thinking the hammer and sickle.
the hammer and
Yeah.
sickle.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's it. This
Yeah,
mountain
good
belongs to
job,
everyone,
Colorado.
but everything
Yeah.
in them belongs to us.
Huh.
Damn.
So anyways, this guy cut off his wife's
Ow.
Lover's
dick.
penis. Yeah, and so
He thought
it was
OJ was bad.
it was a neighbor of theirs.
That's terrible.
The neighbors
Yeah.
told the deputy that
Jesus Christ.
Bonilla, or his name was Alex Bonilla, 49. Bonilla tied him up at gunpoint and cut off his penis with a pair of scissors, and then Bonilla left with the severed penis.
You might shoot me, but you're not gonna cut my penis.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, dude. You're gonna
I'd
work
rather
for
get
it.
shot
You are
than
gonna
somebody ties
fucking
me
work
down.
for
Well,
it.
so he
the
threatened him
whole
with a
time.
handgun
Yeah.
and then did it.
Yeah, you're gonna shoot me.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's how
Yes.
that's gonna
Yeah.
end. If you have a handgun in that situation, you're gonna shoot me.
Right.
2 kids were in the home.
Jesus Christ.
That can't. You have to hope the dude lost consciousness at some point.
Wait,
like
she was
just
sleeping
shot.
with a dude in her home.
Her neighbor, she
Her
was
neighbor.
banging her neighbor. He got caught.
There.
They got caught cheating in May, and he thinks it was still going on, and so he
So did he show up
he
at
went
dude's
into
house?
his home. Yeah.
Oh,
grabbed
he
him,
showed up
brought
at
him
dude's
to
house.
the house,
Oh
yeah.
man. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tied him up
Oh,
and cut his
that's
dick off.
not. That ain't right. Like none of it's right.
His
But
bond
you,
is
hey, come on, man.
$2.5 million. Yeah.
That good.
I bet
Fuck
she's
that
already
guy.
getting emails from Nigerian princes offering to help him out with
Vanilla
that.
was charged with 2 counts of cruelty towards a child, a count
Yep.
each of burglary, aggravated assault, aggravated battery, false imprisonment, and use of a firearm. The victim is recovering from his injuries, but
Mutilation?
there is no information on whether his dick was reattached.
Oh God. That's the news we need to know.
Yeah, well, it's what everybody wants to know
We
when you
need
get to the end of
closure.
the article. I guarantee it, man. It's not, nobody.
Right.
That's what
I mean,
nobody would
Bobbitt
get
got
to it. But
his
you read
dick
the end of the
out
article, you're
there.
like, yeah, but did
Yeah.
they find it? What happened? What do you do with it? You know?
Right.
And you definitely say something, right? You're in the
He
hospital,
educated us.
right? They're
Yeah.
like, hey, so we're gonna try to do. We're gonna make sure all this remains private, like
Yeah, yeah, no,
laws and
right,
all
yeah,
that. It's
all
not-
of
and I'd
that,
be like,
yeah.
no, we're gonna have a press conference,
Right?
You're going to tell everybody
I
That
get
my
right.
dick was
that
cut
it
off.
works just
Yeah,
fine
that
now.
it's fine. Yeah, that it's
It's
perfectly
put back
fine.
together, you guys. It was a miracle
it,
operation.
Look at Bobbitt. You know, he got his dick attached, and it was sitting on the side of an interstate for a while,
Yeah.
all dirty and shit. They got it reattached, and then he shot a porno
Yeah.
afterwards and knocked up one of the people he was banging
Yeah.
on the porn set.
Yeah, that's,
So his dick worked.
That's big
just
dick
as good.
energy right there.
What's scary is that
It was
clearly.
like a fucked up question
the
mark.
worst-
Like, clearly the man was sort of gifted a second chance, if you will, and he was still a douchebag who knocked up his co-star. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I wonder what Dennis Rodman's dick looks like, because I've heard stories that he's broken it 3 separate times.
Some say it looks like Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that. I like Scottie.
It doesn't
I
look
think
like
looks
Larry
sick.
Bird, I
No,
can tell you
it
that.
I think it looks like this fucking guy.
Yeah.
That same expression too. I think
Yeah,
like, I'd
yeah.
tie you up and cut yours off. Fuck yeah, I would. I could do it too. Jeez.
Oh, man.
This is why I asked to be back on this show, man.
This is a great podcast.
I think we have one more story to cover, and then we'll go into Deadpool.
Oh man, I know. I haven't even been thinking of that. Shit.
What do we got here?
So, Florida man texts landlord, "I killed him, dude," after alleged murder.
I killed him, dude.
I killed him, dude.
How long do you think this case is going to be open for? You know what I mean? Like,
Not that long.
He claims the guy was trying to rape him in his apartment when he killed this other man. And then he reportedly texted his landlord that he did it.
Do I get my deposit back?
yeah, that's one of those. It's like I just need to know if this is going to affect the deposit
Is that
because
cool?
the lease is up in a month and I need that.
He texted his landlord, "Hey dude, yesterday a guy came into my room and he wanted to nail me. So I killed him, dude."
Yo, I fucking killed him, dude.
Wait,
Well,
This
I
guy's
mean,
23.
Yes.
he looks,
Yeah.
he looks nailable. I'm just.
like,
He does.
Well, he said yesterday this happened, so he killed the guy.
Or is this just like
From
is this
whenever
just like
the
stand up
he sent the
yesterday?
text, yeah,
Where it's
right,
like-
yeah, like me
Yeah.
and my girlfriend were at a restaurant yesterday,
Right.
kind of, yeah.
Exactly.
Starting to smell
Yeah.
what happened yesterday.
Also, the garbage disposal is clogged, totally unrelated.
Yeah.
But if you could get both of these problems fixed, that'd be great.
Yeah, he said he was trying to get raped, and or he was trying to
Trying to get raped.
trying to get raped, dude.
Dude, I was trying to get raped and he wouldn't cooperate, so I killed him.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Bro, it's real simple. Just trying to get raped. That's all.
He said he allegedly woke. He had been asleep
That's
and
a
suddenly
Craigslist
woke
casual
up
encounter.
to see the victim trying to remove his pants. He allegedly said he thought the victim was trying to rape him, so he stabbed him multiple times. Police said that Chavez admitted the pair had been drinking and doing drugs prior to the stabbing.
Okay.
He's claiming he showed no remorse and that it was self-defense.
I mean, it sounds like it is kind of. It sounds like the guy was trying to.
It
He
sounds
looks like
like
a
a-
homophobe.
Yeah, like he
Right.
looks like the kind of guy that would react that extremely if you
Yeah.
touched him.
Jose
true.
Luis Chavez,
Chavez.
23. He doesn't look
But then
23.
also, like,
Jose Luis, don't
it's
call
not
me
that
Boom Boom,
outlandish to
Chavez.
say some like creepy 40-year-old dude in Florida would try to get like this guy super drunk,
Super
and coked
fucked up, and then
date rape him.
sort of,
Essentially.
sort of receive payment unwillingly for
Yeah.
said party favor.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, this could go either way.
Man.
Fucking Florida.
I think, just don't go Florida. That's
Yeah.
all we got. That's all we learned tonight.
Pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had little desire before we went to this topic, and I have less now. So,
Yeah.
mission accomplished.
Right.
Mission
Give me
accomplished.
another beer.
Yeah.
I think it's
Last,
great that like you kind of forget Florida's in
It
the
is.
South sometimes because it's so
No,
touristy.
shit, sorry.
Oh yeah.
But then you have a personal
Thank you.
interaction with a Floridian. You go, oh, we're in the South. I forgot.
In the last 4 weeks, I've spent 27 hours in Florida.
You're just like hanging out in airports. Like, what do you think? That's-
Literally hanging. Yes.
yeah, that's right. It's just layover stuff, right?
Yeah, you don't want to
Nobody
go
spends-
outside.
No,
If
dude,
you go
I'm
to
not saying
Florida
it's the
for a
worst.
reason, you don't count the hours. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if you just been traveling through the like 27 goddamn hours I've spent in that joint.
Well, there's a reason why we have the topic. That's where it happens.
Yeah.
It's because of Florida.
I love
Like,
that became a
fucking-
thing. Like, that's one of the, to me, it's one of the few positives of the internet. Like, when I get to read
Yeah,
stuff
the
like
Florida
that.
man
Yeah, I
thing.
get to watch all
think
that
we
stuff,
started
though,
that.
man.
Did you guys
So,
ever
wait,
watch?
did you know that there's a reason why that happens? I read this amazing article that there's a reason why Florida Man exists, and it's because of some weird lobbying accident that happened in Florida,
Huh.
and they ended up creating this public information law. It actually had a lot to do with the
Election?
Broward County 2 Live Crew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Florida was one of the first states to have the loosest Freedom of Information Act.
Yeah.
So you can actually just go in and look in all their databases.
Right.
That's why everybody knows everything
And get
about Florida.
details
Yeah.
too, because it's
Yeah.
not. If you just go to the files, it's not. They don't
Right.
redact them. They just. But it's public. They
Because I'm
can't.
sure,
It's
like,
public information. Oh,
I remember hearing my
can't be
dad's friend who used to work with him at like Airborne back when it was out here in Fort Collins said he came across this kid who had been like shot up 5 times in the parking lot, and he called the ambulance. The next day, you never read anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think cities have that shit happen all the time, probably just as crazy
Oh, yeah.
as Florida,
Yep.
but they just never print it because it's bad for
No,
tourism.
it's just veiled references in the police fire log.
Yeah.
They just say call to this 100 block for
So
whatever, and it's
that's-
always a
Right.
benign
That's how the
fucking.
Coloradoan finds out about shit is through EMT and fire reports, not police reports, because the police scanners and everything are on their own scrambled circuit here.
See, which sucks.
You
'cause
can't get into Fort
Yeah.
Collins police law.
in my hometown,
Yeah.
my mom has a police scanner. She'll leave it on. We'll sit and listen to it while we're just hanging out.
Yeah.
Like, you just listen
That's
to
a
them
good thing
back.
to have.
Listen to shit happening around the
You
city.
listen
man.
to Larimer County Sheriff's Office one, but not Fort Collins Police Department.
Yeah,
That's weird. Huh. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I got that pot.
I don't know how much. I
Their
don't know how much
taxes.
information the Coloradoan gets. To be honest with you, I worked with those guys for a while, and they found a body behind one of the King Supers here in town, and we
Yeah.
never printed
Which
a story
one?
about it. I think this was
Which
years
body?
and
Which
years
King
ago.
Supers?
Which King Supers? Yeah.
Are you
Was
trying
there
to
a
find between
North?
Yeah, it's the one I work
Was
at.
there a North College one? Like,
Yeah,
at the
there's a
time?
North College
Yeah,
one.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think I heard a homeless person like froze to death.
Yeah, it was something like
Yeah.
and all the like. At the time, the woman I was married to was like, yeah, somebody said they found a body behind safe. Can you check tonight when you go to work? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Fucking word about it. We didn't. Nope, sorry, can't tell you a thing.
Well, that's where the benefits and services are. That's where human services is.
Down there on our
Yeah,
Yep,
that's real
right
close.
behind that building.
Yeah, because that same
Yeah,
lady
they-
works for
they
the
found
county
that guy
now,
in
so
the
she works
field.
in that area. Yeah.
out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
They they suspected foul play, but they couldn't figure out how he died. And
Boy, that's I mean, how do you?
All right.
yeah. Weird shit.
No. It's not how do you. It's who over there cared.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, don't care enough to look into it.
Nobody did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a junkie.
Yeah.
We do encourage you guys to definitely support Dungeons and Drafts.
Yes.
Okay.
You can go to bit.ly/D&D roll. That is in the description of this video. That is their GoFundMe. They have raised about $600 more since we checked. Let's see if
Thank
they
you
got.
to all those people.
They've gone up to
Marshak
24.
Golden Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Holy mackerel! Way
They're
to
doing
be,
all
buddy.
right.
Amber Krause and Casey
That guy with the last name.
Lino. Yes, I'm so sorry.
If any of you guys
I don't even
that
know
have
what
been
that's
watching
on. Nicholas,
donated,
that's great.
thank
you so much. Yeah,
Thank you.
for sure.
I'm sure they did.
Everybody,
These are all fine people here in this chat.
Yes.
All fine people.
So thank you. It is their GoFundMe, Dungeons and Drafts, great place. We also have a comedy show at the Lodge at McKenzie Place tomorrow. That is an open mic comedy show and fundraiser.
Fun.
We will all
We
be
know. Has anybody committed to that yet? Do we have any names that are going to be there?
I know Kyle's gonna be there. There's gonna be quite a few there.
Right on. Yeah.
I know. I think even Billy Joe's coming
There's
up.
so
Oh,
many
yeah.
talented people in and around the area that you cannot miss for the show. You'll find somebody that you enjoy a lot because they're out there for sure. There's a lot of them.
We'll be there. I'm not talented, but we'll be there.
Yeah.
At least Eric and I know you said
I
you had
can't
something
make it,
going
yeah.
on. We might make him come and try comedy.
Okay.
Do that.
We're gonna make him come for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah,
And then
for sure,
drink 'em.
and then possibly.
Wait, he's
Of
gonna be a
course.
SoundCloud rapper
Yeah.
and he's doing comedy.
And I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
And he's
it's-
gonna
That's,
come.
Well, I mean,
all I want
That's
in
the
my
only
life.
way we can
figured
talk
the
about
one
the
would
other
come
two,
with
I
Right,
think. But
right.
we're gonna try to combine the two.
There's gonna have to be
a SoundCloud comic
comedian.
rapper.
Yeah.
There needs to be
Like
like
Burnham.
an
Rapid
EGOT
fire
award
jokes.
for that, right?
Right.
Some he's mastered a certain number of disciplines, and now he gets
Of who?
like an EGOT.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to Deadpool, guys.
All right.
If you are watching, feel free to submit your entries into the Celebrity Deadpool.
Okay.
If you haven't been watching this whole season, we have changed things up. We are allowing up to 5 guesses of the same person so we can get points on there and make it a little bit more challenging.
Okay.
The way points work is it's 100 minus the age of celebrity that you pick. So if they're 50, you get 50 points. If they're 99, you get 1 point. You can guess how they will die, but you're gambling. If the celebrity dies and dies the way you guessed, you get extra points. But if you guessed and they don't die that way, you lose points.
Okay.
You also get bonus points if they die of a drug overdose, a suicide, or a murder.
Oh.
Yeah. So go for the drug-addicted murder-suicides.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's
we'll
just
go with
like random people that are alive that we're guessing who are going to do?
Yes,
Okay,
yes. You want to
okay.
guess.
Celebrities,
we
right?
only have one, potentially
Yeah, not
two.
like your aunt.
You're right, right.
Yeah, like it's inside.
That's a
That's,
bit,
like
right?
inside,
Yeah.
that's insider trading. You
Yeah.
can't do that. That's information we don't have. You know, family history.
Right, right.
We have one, potentially 2 scores. I have to go back because there was 2 episodes that didn't get saved for some reason.
Oh no.
I think I might have guessed Rip Torn. So
yeah.
we're seeing if I got points there. But
Good
this
one.
gentleman
Did he
is the
explode?
leader.
Like what happened to Rip Torn?
He tore apart.
He just
He ripped. He
Just
shredded.
shredded.
Yeah.
He's just done and done.
This
He ripped
gentleman's
himself
in the
apart.
lead though.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
With Beth Chapman.
Yep.
Got a whopping 49 points,
Yep.
right?
Well done, sir.
So you can get 2 guesses in on this episode, folks. Feel free to put your guesses
connected
in the
enough
chat
to
room.
culture
2
for
guesses apiece. Who wants to go first?
I got one.
All right, Eric, what you got?
Artie Lang.
Artie Lang.
That's a good one.
I'm guessing heroin or cocaine addiction.
You're gonna guess it?
Yeah, I'm going to guess heroin or cocaine addiction.
Wait.
One of the two is going to fucking
Oh, okay.
get him.
What about heroin laced with cocaine?
Speedballing.
I mean, that could be too. He does that. Like, did you guys see the picture he recently posted? I mean, it was a mugshot, I think.
The nose
With
on
the nose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Ugh.
I hate this. I always have like either the person I want is already dead, or they never really existed. It's some character I saw in a movie or some shit.
And that's a great joint.
Who wants to go
Right?
next?
It's gorgeous. I don't know. Who put that together,
I'll do 2. Dennis
That was
Leary.
solid.
Dennis Leary.
Yeah.
Okay. What's he gonna die from?
He is gonna die in a burning building.
Huh.
Irony.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Nobody would rescue him.
Nope. And then Paul Rubin,
Paul Rubin.
eaten by a couch.
Nice.
I
Good
think
call
I
back.
spelled that wrong.
Yeah, I
but-
think you did too. That's alright.
We know who it is, though, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you can put Pee Wee Herman in brackets or whatever. We know who it is. My sister used to love that Pee Wee's Playhouse show.
Oh, who did?
Right. What's that?
Who didn't?
She was
That's
18
when
months
Rob
older than
Zombie
me,
got
so
his
whether I
start.
wanted to...
Tim Burton too.
Lawrence Fishburne was on that show.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
So was
It was the Captain
Charlie's
Kangaroo of
mom
its-
from Always Sunny.
It was the Captain Kangaroo of its day, I think.
Indeed.
Who wants to go next?
Trying to think of other good stuff.
Right? Who am I thinking of? Oh, let's see.
I'm gonna throw out Natalie Portman.
Okay.
She's gonna get hammered.
Sure.
I think she's gonna get tired of all the judgment and take her own life.
Oh, she's gonna
It's
pull
not strong
Cobain.
on. Huh?
She's gonna pull Cobain.
Well, Cobain was murdered, so.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going against the grain. I'm going Keanu Reeves.
Keanu!
Murdered by a stalker because he's just too damn accessible.
That is a good one.
Real good. I'm also gonna go Keanu Reeves motorcycle accident.
Ah, probably much more plausible, I think. But
Okay, I got one.
No. Running away from a stalker. This is gonna be split points.
trying to escape a stalker on a motorcycle and was killed in an accident. How the hell are we gonna
Okay,
split this one?
I got a good one. Jussie
Nobody knows how
Smollett,
old
but it's
he
a
is.
legit hate crime.
Oh!
What?
Jussie Smollett, but it's a legit hate crime.
What did you say last night that it was definitely an inside job?
Yeah, it was definitely an inside job.
It goes
Yeah, by the
unsolved,
Chicago
right?
PD.
Oh, yeah. Oh no.
Yes.
What was it again?
Real hate crime.
Real hate
Real
crime.
hate crime,
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. That is brutal.
Thank you.
Next.
Ooh, man. Who do we go with now, huh?
All right.
Hey, somebody tell me if Alan Alda's still alive. Did he pass away?
Alan Alda?
I want to say he
That's a
passed
good
away. I
question.
thought, but I know
Wait, who's Alan Alda?
he was Hawkeye Pierce on MASH, the TV show,
Oh.
and he was also on.
I'm pretty sure he's
wrong.
dead.
He had to have
Alan
died
Alda?
recently.
No, he's not dead.
No?
No.
Nope, he's still alive.
taking
Damn.
Alan Alda.
Yeah, he's still
And
starring in
it's-
TV
he-
shows.
Oh, does that?
But
No,
he's
that's
83.
probably I should be handicapped because he has a publicly known disease that's progressive. I think.
That's fine.
I picked Beth Chapman the day she got put in the coma.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we allow it.
yeah.
All right, I'm going with Alan Alda, and it's going to be complications from age. Calling my shot.
Old age.
Yeah, let's do that.
Word.
And I love
I like
Alan
it.
Alda. I will be sad
Me
when he
too.
passes away. I was a MASH. I don't know if I ever told you about it, but I used to love MASH because I would watch it with my dad. And when I first started watching it, I was way too young to get all the jokes. But I
Yeah.
would laugh at the funny parts, right?
Right.
And other than that, I would laugh when he laughed. So then as I got older, I watched it again. You go back and rewatch it. It was always in syndication somewhere in Boston. So I would watch it again, and I got all the jokes.
Just got better.
And it got so much better.
Oh,
It was so
yeah.
much more fun to watch. And then my daughter would watch it with me when she was still too young to get those jokes. But she would laugh when I would laugh, and she would laugh at the slapstick stuff. And now she goes back and she owned, like, we both, I think, own all of the episodes
Fuck
on
yeah,
DVD.
MASH is great.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
I love that show, man. I never get, if it's ever on, I gotta stop and watch it. I will watch
Henry
it till the
Winkler.
end.
Yeah.
I
Is
watched
my-
the
my
movie, but
next
I've never
guess.
really watched the show.
The show's a lot of fun.
It
The
was just
dialogue
here.
was just
Yeah.
super quick.
Right.
Like 2 days
And
ago.
of course, a lot of it is set up stuff. But it was a lot of fun. It was a.
Yeah.
It was another
If-
one of those
if he
who's
puts
who
Doug kills
for
him.
guys that like Swayze was a guest star on an episode. Ron Howard was a
That's
guest
fucking
star
crazy.
on MASH.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same Asian actor played a North Korean, a South Korean, a Japanese guy. I mean, it was amazing. He
One
was
of
all
my
those different
favorite
people.
folk singers is from MASH.
Which one?
Loudon Wainwright.
The guy.
Oh,
that-
yeah,
The
yeah.
third. He used to play around the campfire and
Yep.
shit like that. And I love Loudon.
Who was that? Was that Johnny Mandel that wrote that theme?
Yeah.
I think it was. God, I've watched those opening credits so many times.
Suicide is
Yeah,
painless.
all the incarnations, man, with Frank Burns onto, and I will take Charles Emerson Winchester over Frank Burns any day of the week, because even though he was still a complete jackass, he was such a better character. It was so much more depth to that character than they ever gave to Frank Burns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll agree with that.
I have a giant coffee table book that a friend of mine gave me that has, at the front of each little chapter has like a letter written by a cast member.
Nice.
And it's, there was one done by Wayne Rogers, who played Trapper John.
Yeah.
And he explained why he wanted to leave the show. He's like, you know, if you watch the movie, my character was much more prominent in that movie, and I felt like they just sort of subverted my character to give Hawkeye Pierce all the flashy lines. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine, but don't expect me to play this character because I don't want any part of it. And so he left the show.
Yeah.
And then Berghoff, when he was Radar, he left under a huge cloud. Everybody said he was super greedy and wanted more money. And in his version, he was emotionally exhausted and just...
Well, he was the ass of all jokes.
frazzled. Yeah, he was done, man. And he spent all of his time on screen trying to hide that because he has the one hand that's deformed.
Yeah.
It's like significantly larger than his other hand. So he would shoot. That's why I always carried the clipboard, because he could hide that hand.
Yep.
So.
And there were whole episodes towards the end of his run on there that were dedicated to Radar.
Yeah.
And I don't think he got the credit and shit. I mean,
no, because he did a lot
of the most beloved characters on the show.
And again, with depth too, he wasn't always just a bumpkin. They really made where he would sort
there
of
were
point.
Serious parts where
he would point people sort of back in the right direction.
Yeah.
He sort of became a moral compass for the camp.
More
on
than
top
the father.
Of being, more than the priest did. Yeah.
Klinger though. Klinger.
Jamie Farr, man. You don't talk about a guy who was like, this could well be my only shot, and I am gonna fucking own this.
One of the original character, like physical character actors I saw on TV, like full physical.
Yeah, like
almost Jim Carrey level.
Yeah, where
Jim
he just sold himself as Klinger. Even when they took him out of the dresses, he still sold himself as Klinger. Like he never caved to being in the army.
No, he was great.
It was good. And BJ Honeycutt, I think. They allowed BJ Honeycutt more depth than they were ever going to allow Trapper John.
Trapper, right?
And then, and it was I was mad that they killed off McLean Stevenson's character. Like, they didn't have to kill him off, and they explained it, but I never remember the reason behind it.
Now, there's a lot of shit with that.
Yeah.
Marcus, you have one more guess, brother.
Yeah?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm just rambling.
Oh, you're good.
This happens, man.
It happens. That's what this show is about. It's not governed by reason.
It's not governed by reason. Thank God.
All right, I'm going with it's name you said Ian McKellen.
McClellan. You ain't gonna get shit for points, but
well, now I mean, like, so it's if he makes it past 100, how do you work that?
You get negative points.
You really go further in the hole. Oh, you're in trouble, bro, because he's not going for a long time. Gandalf with White is not leaving anytime soon.
How old is he?
Maybe I know something.
Like 90-something?
He's not.
I would give him mid-70s.
Yeah.
I'd give him mid to late 70s.
No, that was Christopher Lee.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Christopher Lee is probably 152 years old.
He's
dead.
But he's still 152 years old.
He's 80.
He was one of the... Oh, he is 80. He was one of
He's
the
the
original
one that there's
Draculas, so I'm not
rumors
sure
that him and Patrick Stewart are...
Yeah.
I don't buy it.
I could. They're both gay.
They are definitely both gay.
No, Patrick Stewart's
Patrick
married.
Stewart's not gay.
He's gay.
He's
Yeah.
Oh, Patrick, I think he came out about it a little
Did he?
while
I know he's
ago.
like hugely in support of the LGBTQ community.
He's
and
just
I
too
hope I
old to
said
be
that
gay.
right.
as am I. But Patrick Stewart is not gay. No.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, they have tea
I could have
time.
sworn he was married.
Yeah.
He is.
They suck
Which
each
means
other's
he's always
pinkies.
bi.
Even if he is,
He's
it
talked
does it.
extensively about the feminine influences in his life.
In his
and
life.
It's mostly what he talks about
Yeah.
when he's out on tour, when he does his speeches.
Yeah.
Like,
If any meme with him in it I've ever read is to be believed,
Not
he's
married anymore. Oh, I guess.
No,
right
he's
here.
still married.
Sonny Ozell.
Yes.
that could be, Sonny, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was
Yo,
Sonny
Sonny.
Corleone before the whole toll booth thing.
Whoa, it is a chick.
All right.
Okay, from the side
think
she
you're-
looks really hot, but then
I
like,
think you're assuming.
yeah.
That it's a chick? Yeah.
Just putting that out there. No, she's a very attractive person.
It's a very masculine chick.
It's a lovely like golden poncho she has in one of those pictures.
It does look like she could go from that gown to like a gym teacher's uniform without really
Right.
missing too many beats.
Yeah.
well, why do you think
Let's see.
Jean-Luc Picard's in such good shape?
That's
Right.
fair. Patrick Stewart has an awesome response to being quote unquote outed as gay by the Guardian. Dun, dun, dun. said, that wasn't me, that was Dumbledore.
That would be perfect.
I mean, I've got no problem if he is, but
No.
We want to watch it.
Not that
That's
there's
the
anything
problem.
wrong with
I mean,
we just want to know.
but the thing is, with his relationship with Ian McClellan, it would just
makes
kind of be
sense.
too cliche. Now, I think that'd be too on the nose.
Yeah, I
It'd be
kind of see that. A little too obvious for
I
it to
think
be
it's-
real.
I think,
Okay,
yeah, I
I'd give
think
you that.
that's what
Yeah.
makes it kind of feel so authentic. Is it's like
yeah.
it is. You can't have a platonic relationship with a man that's also intimate.
Why is it even better
fair.
that Pat McCall kind of looks like fucking Matt Damon?
He does bigger ears, yeah.
Right? Just
Man,
imagine-
we
Damon
found a
brother
link
that
that
didn't get the
says
call back.
face gay rumors.
We've now outed Pat McCall as the Damon brother who didn't get the initial call back.
Here's the thing. Last
like
time
the
Pat
Stuart
McCall
Wilson
was on
brother.
the show, we diagnosed him
The lost Baldwin
autistic.
brother.
Yeah.
We diagnosed him autistic on the show because he fit 9 out of 10 of the signs of being autistic. Were you on that show?
No,
Then
that
please,
counts.
that was-
yeah.
please tell me he's hence sued every host that he's ever dealt with for mocking him. I mean, that's now a hate crime if he's
I'm not bugging him. I'm just making fun of the fact that he looks like
just-
Matt Damon.
just letting him know.
Kind of, yeah. They've got the same grin.
Right.
John Travolta.
Hey, John Travolta
faced
has
some weird rumors, didn't he?
On top of that,
Yeah.
He was
has-
like cross-dressing and in weird relationships and
John Travolta has the worst Instagram page I've ever seen.
Is it
It
just
is-
dudes?
Hey, we
It
should hype
rivals
some
Garth
money
Brooks,
for the-
I would
some
say.
new
Wow.
equipment right
It's that bad.
What?
now. So we should hype for some money for some new equipment right now.
right
yeah,
now.
is it
Yeah.
fucking
Now
up?
seems to be a good time to.
So yeah, our equipment is fucking up.
Yeah.
We've got about $600 raised.
So we just
A
need
little
2
less,
more of those.
actually.
So just
Yeah.
It's
Oh, there we
about
go.
480, I'd say, after
There we go.
our donation and shit.
Wow.
And this is all happening in like 5 minutes.
Our
behind us.
our video
We look like
switcher is going to
fools.
cost a minimum of $1,800.
Yeah.
We need a new one.
Yeah.
If you are interested in supporting us, we do have a few more items we will be auctioning. But you can also donate directly through Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, or Facebook Pay.
Nope.
We've been saying this for a while. We're still working on it. We will be launching an Indiegogo
Hell yeah.
soon to get it up and going. But we definitely need the video switcher
Yeah.
if we want to keep going.
Yes.
With our donations to it, we will be offering really cool services for comics, musicians, things like that who want to do media
willing to offer up
production.
myself.
I got
I'd be willing to offer up myself.
Yeah, we'll pimp Marcus out.
Yeah.
You know, just to
This
get you
is-
over that hump. That should be. I mean, I don't know
Get
what
you
else-
into that.
I don't know how many more you need after that, because this is. I would probably start around 400.
He's classy.
minimum bid. Is that what like?
Yeah.
600 for 2 rounds.
Not gonna be none of this
That's like a whole
ninja
hour.
shit for $1.75 at the end of this auction. We're not.
But yeah, if you want to help us, let
I
us
need
know.
to,
We will
yeah.
send you that info.
And I actually need to talk to you about purchasing video services from you because
Yeah.
I want to get a nice clip together because I'm submitting to a festival next year, but
Fuck
I
yeah.
want a clip already. And
we
all I
can
end up doing
definitely
is
do that.
I also want something I can put up on my Facebook page for my family and friends back home because they don't. I always record it on my phone audio and I don't know how to do that because I'm an idiot. I don't know how to put it on Facebook.
For sure.
Guerrilla.
Well, we
marketing
can help
works.
with that.
You just watch.
We yeah, if you're looking for video services, audio services, design services, anything like that, we also are offering a full variety of those. Just hit me up, and we have very negotiable, affordable prices. A lot of times charged by the job rather than by the hour, which helps a lot when you're talking editing.
Yes. Oh
Shit.
God, yes.
Next week we have Cassie from Festival,
Nope.
and I think Kyle Pope will be joining
Oh
us,
man,
Fantastic.
Ogre.
if I'm not mistaken.
Dude, I got to sit and talk with him at the Memorial Night for it has been such a minute since I had
Yeah.
a chance to actually sit with him. He's a good dude,
He's
man.
an
I
incredible
cannot say enough good things about
We have
Kyle
him on our
Pope.
wall
He
for a
is-
reason.
He's a
Where is he?
good
We have a
man.
naked picture of him up there.
And the young lady
Yeah.
that he's with is an angel on
Evan's
earth, no
amazing.
question about it.
We love the shit out of Kyle and Evan.
Yeah,
Actually,
Evan
Kyle's
is,
been
yes.
on the show a few times.
Yeah,
we love
he's
having him on.
a
Oh, yeah.
good dude. I like him.
Big shout out to Eric Thompson and Bob Gaudet for coming.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Thank
It was
you.
a lot of fun.
And Marcus
Yeah.
for filling in.
Yeah, man. holding it down on the
Crushing
floor,
it.
eh?
Always
I
a
bet
shirt
you didn't
for
even
her.
realize we had a fill-in
I
producer
didn't
tonight.
even notice.
Probably
Is it
seemed
that good?
seems like it was a little better.
I'm in the studio.
I
didn't
hope you noticed a little bit.
It probably ran
I hope
better,
you
yeah.
noticed a little.
I mean, just a little.
We'd like to thank all of you guys for tuning in and joining us
Yeah,
every
okay.
Tuesday.
Not that we wouldn't sit here and talk to ourselves for 3 hours, but it's better that you're here.
We're coming up on 3 years.
Yeah.
Here in
Wow.
September.
Yeah.
So,
Is there gonna be cake? Can I come?
we'll have semen-filled cake. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Made
So
ourselves.
I'll
Yeah.
have a light bland lunch then.
Yeah.
Just like a Cadbury egg.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, that's
We are the Cadbury Egg of podcast.
Yet
so
another
that's
reason to
perfect.
dislike podcast, dislike Cadbury eggs. Thank you so much.
But thank you guys for supporting us. Thank you guys for supporting
Yeah.
Dungeons and Drafts. They're an
Yes.
amazing place. Come out tomorrow to the lodge at McKinsey Plaza or Place. I can
Place,
never remember.
I think it is.
I think it is Place. But come out. We have open mic comedy. Great lineup planned for that. Yeah, fucking A. You can catch us every week right here on Facebook Live, facebook.com/notgovernedbyreason. You can get us on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, Google Play Music, Google Podcasts, tons of other places. Google thinks I'm talking to it. But yeah, get us on all those outlets. Thank you for continuing to support us, and it is hot as fuck in here.
Right.
It is
So
warm.
we are gonna get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys. Give yourselves a hand.
Yay! Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Please help us get this video switcher.
Yes.
Hit us up if you would like to donate to our cause.
Speaking to you
We'll
from the
blow you.
accidental
We'll
dark
send you
web.
nudes.
We'll send you nudes.
Yeah.
Send you.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Coming to you from the unintentional dark web.
But
It's
yeah,
on dark.
we love you guys. Thank you, Bob. Thank you.
Hey, yeah, for sure, man. Thank you guys. Thank
you, Marcus.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Marcus.
On
Hands.
the board, yeah.
Take it easy, Doyle.
Bye, you guys.
Do you remember how to switch this off?
yeah, absolutely.
How do we turn this off,
We'll
man?
fix it in post.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Fuck it. We just do it live.